So obviously we heard the very sad news this afternoon about our co-chairman David Gold, who sadly passed away at the age of 86 following a short illness. He was a West Ham fan, born famously and lived next to 442 Green Street across the road, a stone's throw away from the old ground. He played youth team for West Ham and left school, became a very successful businessman, so much so that him and his business partner David Sullivan bought the club in the summer of 2010 and had the ownership of the club for more than, well, for 12 years since. Every time I met Mr. Gold, he was very, very warm. He was very, very generous with your time. He was always always happy to talk about West Ham. And devastating news, obviously. Regardless of your thoughts of the ownership, he is a father and a grandfather as well. So we'd like to pass our deepest sympathies and condolences to the Gold family in this very, very difficult time. And David Gold, 86, rest in peace. Anyway, hi everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new idea, where the bloody hell have you been? Where the bloody... But thank you. Thanks for joining us. It's game evening. Not game day. Game evening. West Ham versus Dirty Leeds. You've got the team sheet there at the bottom. Let's just show you in a bit more detail. That's how we are lining up. We're going to go through it in a bit more detail in a bit. Go through it and break down in terms of how it, it looks like we're going to be lining up. But Fabian, I think Tony goes against anything that me and Anton said this afternoon, to be honest. But we've got Fabianski in goal. It looks like a back four of Soufal, right back, with Dawson. Naya Fagerd making his Premier League debut in the centre-back pairings with Tilo Kira, left back. And then we've got Declan Rice as the captain. Thomas Souček back in the side. Pardon me, sorry. You have Pablo Fornals. You have Paqueta, Schumacher, and Bowen on the bench. We've got Areola, Ogbono, Cresswell, Johnson, Emerson, Downs, Benrahma, Lanzini, and Antonio. And this is how our opponents line up. The Dirty Leeds. Dirty Leeds line up as forwards. Messier, you've got Eiling, you've got Strunchuk, you've got Koch, you've got Cooper, the captain, Adams, you've got Roja, you've got Harrison, Somerville, Notta, and Rodrigo. So a lot of names that maybe some people might not have seen so often. So that's how the side leads up. What do you think in the who's Mr. Fold? I know I've got a bad cold. I do apologise. I do apologise. What do you think of that squad? What do you think of the team? There's some interesting points there. What I'm going to do is pass over to Jonty from Football London. He always does a little video, and let me play that quickly now once I find out where it is. Where's that gone down? Where's that gone? I want to share the audio. How do I share the audio there? There we go. Let me listen to what Jonty's going to say all the way from Ellen Road.
Hello everyone and welcome to Ellen Road. Jonty Coleman here from Football London ahead of tonight's match between Leeds United and West Ham United in the Premier League, a game that feels really important for both sides given their form and given their current league position, especially West Ham off the back of 5 straight defeats, their worst run in the league since April 2017. Obviously this game has a lot more sort of emotional charge than it already is going to. After the news that was confirmed earlier this afternoon, but West Ham joint chairman David Gold passed away at the age of 86 following a short illness. As in honour of that, both teams are wearing black armbands tonight. Obviously in my short time covering the club I never had a chance to meet David Gold, but seeing there's been plenty of tributes across the world of football and in the media as well for what a nice man he was. So I'm sure West Ham will be wanting to get a result even more so than they already need to for those reasons and what they expect could well be an emotionally charged evening. West Ham team is barring any fresh setbacks we currently don't know about. The squad is looking relatively full, one of the fullest it's been all season to be honest. Kurt Zuma's of course still struggling with still struggling with knee injury, although the word we're getting is he is getting there, and I don't think it'll be too far now before we see him back in a West Ham shirt. Maxwell Cornier's mysterious calf injury, that still keeps him out. So, barring those two, it's 22 out of 24, barring sort of any late setbacks. Expecting potentially seeing the FA guard start Premier League. Real good chance to win. It gives West Ham the option to play with under five or back three, however you want to call it. You can play sort of on that left of a three, or you can play centrally, or in the left of a partnership. Probably with Craig Dawson if it is in the back four. So yeah, blog up and running here. Plenty of updates from Elland Road throughout the night, ahead of a game, during the game, and as well press conference blog after the game, and then a Facebook Live after to finish. So stay tuned and fingers crossed for a win for the Hammers.
I'm muted. I know I am. I know I am. I was about to say, good old John T. Sorry. I've been away, haven't I? I've been away. Come on, give me one. Give me one. That's my first. That's my one, isn't it? Been away for 3 weeks in the sun. So there we go. Ben Rama goal. So there we go. Now lift. Okay. No idea what that means. Moyes still being stubborn, and we are running out of games. The fans could get toxic tonight. We'll have to see. This is the pivotal game, isn't it? There's not. I mean, people saying Brentford game was the crunch game. For me, Leeds was always going to be the bigger game for me because of what it means about the teams around us. We're playing a team in that relegation dogfight or chicken fight, as Artel says. Dogs don't. They're in the bottom. So why they call it a dogfight, I don't know. But it does seem to be. It's a strange one because obviously the Brentford they had. They dropped. What's his face? Thomas Souček. They played Paqueta and Rice in the two, and everyone's been talking. Moyes has been saying quite a lot in the chat, in the press conference about how good that pairing looked. I think Agbono came out and said the same thing. So much so that actually, when Moyes listed all the central defenders, central midfielders he wasn't actually in the. He was at the last one. He was like, we got Downs. We got Lanzini, Fornells, and Thomas Souček. So it was a really strange, but he's back in the side. Is it again, or I think it's Tilo Kehrer right back, left back. To be honest, mate, based on how the team is set up, West Ham always give it away in terms of how they set up their team sheets. So the way the team sheet is set up, it looks like to me like Tilo Kehrer is playing at left back. So we'll have to see what happens there. This is how I see the side lining up. Let me just let's take that out, remove that, and then put myself back in, so you can see my beautiful, slightly tanned face. Not that tan, I'll be honest. The weather wasn't fantastic. The weather was okay in Orlando, but it was very cold on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I can hear you all just crying with sadness to me. Right, okay, so we thought Ariel was going to be in goal. We were wrong. It's Fabianski in goal, so Fabianski in goal. And then we've got a back four. Now, at the moment, by the way the team's been read out on the team sheet, it looks like Tilo Kehrer is going to be left back, which is quite an unusual call, I'd suggest. And then we've got Naif making his Premier League debut, Craig Dawson partnering him, and then right back we have Vladimir Sufa. Now, an interesting point about Tilo Kehrer was a point that Moisey made in his press conference, where he said that Tilo was brought in for his versatility, and left back is a problem for us at the moment. So, and pace for a left back is a problem. So you could have put Cresswell in there. I mean, also you've got Emerson there. Neither of made the starting lineup. It's Tino Kira instead, which is slightly unusual, maybe, but he's one of the quickest players at the club, and so one of the threats that Leeds have is a very, very pacey wingers, particularly on the right hand side. So that would combat that. And then in terms of the midfield, again, I'm looking at how the team's been set up. So you've got there. It looks like he's going back to. Is he? It looks like he is. I think you're going to go back to the two in the midfield. I think Rice and Souček are back in the midfield by the looks of it. In all honesty, which is slightly disappointing because I thought the Paqueta Paqueta Rice pairing had a nice look to it in terms of balance, I thought. But it looks like that's not going to happen. Looks like Paqueta's going to be playing probably as a 10, which I prefer him as an 8. Or as a defensive midfielder, to be honest, but hey-ho. And Thomas Souček, interesting enough, Fornals is obviously in. His energy, something that we've desperately missed, but at expense of Ben Rama, by the looks of it. So I think you'll see Fornals on the left. I think you'll see Jarrod Bowen on the right, obviously, and Gianluca up front. Gianluca Scalamaca up front. I think it might end up being more like this, to be honest. I think you'll end up playing with a 3 in midfield rather than a 2. And you can even go 4-3 or even go to, there's adaptability there. You can always go 2 up front and drop in Fornals there as well. So it's an interesting lineup. It's not a lineup I predicted, I'll be honest. But we'll see what happens. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments what we've got. Right, let's have a quick look. Let's hope the sad news sparks some kind of reaction on the pitch. Let's hope so. Let's hope Kira's mistake again doesn't lead to a goal tonight. Let's hope so, Toby. Let's hope so. Our squad is poor. I don't on paper, Peter, I don't agree with you. At the moment, in terms of how we're playing, totally agree. Not playing very well at all. But in terms of paper, I mean, that's a good side. I'd suggest maybe the left back's questionable. Dawson at left back, okay. We'll keep dreaming, Sharky. We have 2 left backs on the bench. If Moyes plays a right footer there, it would be comical. It does suggest a slight question mark over Cresswell and Emerson. As you said, playing a right-footed player at left back. Now, you're right. Aged can play left back as well, and he has played. But the way the team has been written out. We know that tends to happen at West Ham. Rather than go numerically, which what they should do so they can't give away the formation, they never do, and I never understand it. No Benny, indeed. Indeed, Luke, good afternoon, good evening. I am back indeed. Sure, disappointment to see Fab starting again. Thought he was to play for 2 to 3 goals. Yeah, I think also that the issue is as well is we've got the FA Cup on Saturday, haven't we? So Areola will be playing goal for that. So it was always going to be one plays tonight, one plays Saturday. Now I thought it was going to be Areola's turn. And so me and Anton, but neither of us were right. So there we go. What do we know? David died. Does that affect the club as with Leicester, there was owner died, it caused a massive rupture in the club, and now Gaz at the moment, I'm not going to think about what happens. At the end of the day, a gentleman has passed away. Someone's dad, someone's granddad's passed away, and here's what I found. Oh, shush. And so I haven't thought about that, and I don't want to think about that just the time being. But there would be some ramifications, that's for sure. The only position Kira hasn't played yet is in CDM, and he can actually play there as well. He did leave him out for one game. He certainly did. Seeing Souček over Downs is very, very concerning. Scott's, but that's his boy, isn't it? That's his boy. 2-1 West Ham. Souček and Antonio off the bench. I think it's 3 centre backs. I think you could be right. I think you could be right there. Play Souček as a 10. Well, I mean they played Downs as a 10. Put Fornals next to left back Russ. Yep, could do. What we've got, not a bad lineup, fingers crossed. I was shaking my head seeing Souček and Fabs in there. I love what Fabs has done for us in the past, but he's clearly no longer starter. He's well below Areola, in our opinion, Scott. In it. Unfortunately, we don't pick the side. I think Downs is more for the cup games. Yeah, I totally agree. I guess Johnson will no longer play for us. Well, he's on the bench. He's on the bench tonight. Let's make that a bit bigger so people can see. On the bench, we have got lots of defenders. Lots of defenders on the bench. Ogbonna, Cresswell. Johnson. So that doesn't make any sense. It should be Johnson should be up first, and then it doesn't make no sense. This team. Why don't do that in alphabetical after? I don't know, in numerical order. Emerson, Downs, Benrahma, Lanzini, Antonio. So there is some options on the bench. If it's not working, Benrahma coming on, Antonio can come on. We can put Emerson onto the left side. So there are options there, but it's not. I think it's just Kieran's the one that makes me laugh because it's just there. Now you're right. We could end up going to a back three. We could go to a back three with Dawson, Aged, and Kira. With Sufal playing right wing back and Fordhouse playing left wing back. There's adaptability there. We can get 2 up front as well. We can put Bowen up front and we can put Skamaka in at 10. He's been playing that quite a bit. And actually, you look at the way that side's the way the side is put together. You usually end up with a striker as the top man, but actually Skamaka's almost as a 10. So I'll be interested to see that. Be interested to see what goes on with that. They'll be interested to see. Paqueta needs performance as there isn't much passing ability in that team. Totally agree. You're right. Aged has got a great ball in him. Long diagonal for Guerrero onto Bowen, then crossing for Skamaka to bury it. That's the plan, Matt. That's the plan. Anton's going to be doing the watch along. I'm going to come back at half time and at the end of the game as well. I'm going to blow my nose for 2 seconds. I do apologise. There we go. I didn't want to do it loud, and everyone's like earphones. Like, So let's have a quick look here. Let's get your where's the predictions button? Let's get your predictions in. So on that team, that starting 11, what's the scores? What's the scores of the doors? What do you think is going to happen? How do you think the game's going to pan out? That's what I want to know. I want to know what you think the score is going to be. Again, it'll be sweeper roll. No need to get the ball to come back on the deck. He's 6'7". Get it up in the air to him. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Just get up to him. This needs to be the one, lads. It does, Mikey. I always feel our midfield gets easily run and Rice has to cover miles. I'd rather have us with Downs, Rice and Paqueta in midfield than Rice Suchek, but I always predicted this lineup. Whedon, 2-1 win, says Mandy. Honestly, with this win, I see a draw at best. Having lost the last 5 Premier League games in a row, I believe I read somewhere that no manager has gone 6 Premier League games in a row without being sacked. So we need something, and that's what we were saying today. We need something to stop the rot. If it's a 0-0, it's a point. It's not the one we want, but it's a point, and it's something we need to build on. This team is a good team on paper. You look at that side, whatever formation we play that team, that team is a good side. On paper, you've got, we've been through it before. You've got, a German international starter, we've got a Brazilian international starter, we've got an English international starter, we've got the Italian number 9, we've got players with hundreds of games experience. There are lots and lots and lots of really good players there, and they need confidence. That's what I think. I think this team needs some confidence, and hopefully a strong performance today will lead us into Brentford, which I'm not too worried about in the FA Cup. I think it's for us, it's Europe, it's the conference or bust this season, and I think we'll put our eggs in that basket. We need to obviously make sure we don't we win a few games in a row now in the Premier League, and we can keep the we don't have to worry about any relegation threats, and we can concentrate on the conference and then get us back into the Europa League next year. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. We've got 1-0 winner, 84th minute. Oh, God. Oh, I hope not. 3-1 West Ham. If we get the ball to Skamaka, he will score. That's what I think. That's what I want. I want Skamaka to get a couple of goals today. Or to, his hold-up play has been fantastic. We saw against the Brentford side. when he was frustrated, that shot, just that thunderbolt. I want more of that. I want more of that. Meslier is a good goalkeeper. We know Moisey likes him as well because he always talks about Meslier as a goalkeeper in his post-match when we play Leeds. But he does parry quite a lot of shots. So that's what I want. I want Scott Macker. I want shooting outside the box, palming the ball off. Bowie. It happens to us all the bloody time. Let's happen it to the other side for once. 2-0 to Leeds. Hope I'm wrong. Thanks, Pete. I predict Rusty will carry his cold for far, far too long. Do you know what? It was all right. I was getting it. It was just about to go on holiday. I got a bit of a sore throat, but it was all right. And I literally, as soon as I got back to Gatwick yesterday, full of cold, literally on the plane. Unbelievable. Records, they certainly are. 2-2. Javier again and Kieran will help. But Kieran, left back though, I'm still, yeah. I never. But then Ben Johnson's not. Ben Johnson was seen as the left back, back up to Cresswell, and he's a right footer as well. So we know Kieran's got pace, and him and Fornells might work well together. Fornells doubling up as well. We've got, looking at the back four, we've got 4 defenders. We've got Soufal, he's a strong defender. Kieran's a good defender. He's a bit of a mistake in his locker. We know that Agaird's a good player. We know that Dawson on his day is a good player as well. It's that after them 4 and say Declan Rice, it's how the rest of the team play. I'd like to keep a clean sheet. I don't think really Leeds have got much in the locker with that side they put out. Obviously, they've got the likes of Bamford isn't playing. They got Notto, who I like Notto. We were looking at him. Very small player, very compact, very small, very low level, low centre of gravity. That's it. But very young, very raw. We have to watch out for him. That's all I'm saying. If Skamaka gets an early goal, I fancy him to win the game. The longer the game goes on, he gets disinterested. Well, I think it's the lack of service, isn't it? I think, he used to say feed the goat and he will score. Feed Skamaka and he will score. But we're not feeding him. We're giving him drips and drabs. And so he's having to drop back more and more. Now, I don't mind that when it means he can pick the ball up and turn, run, and then you've got runners. You've got the likes of Bowen, who ends up playing up front when he drops off as a 10. I quite like that as a setup. And in fact, he did that a lot when he was at Sassuolo with Raspadori. That's how they used to play. It was interchangeable. Skamaka and Raspadori would swap between 10 and 9. And makes it very difficult for teams to pick up the attacker. Is Kieran left-footed? I don't think so. Andy Pepper. Hello, Andy. Good evening, all. Fingers crossed for a good result. Indeed. I'd take a Pablo's 4-0. When we lost last season, it was 2-1, wasn't it? We won 2-1 away, so he gets disinterested. That's exactly what I said. Messi is suspect in goal. Yes, but he parries a lot. So let's take some shots outside the box. Up top for West Ham, Matt Lonia, then Robinson Crusoe. Quite lonely, isn't it? I had my first flu in 5 years last 3 weeks, and I've rarely gotten sick in my last 50 years plus. 50 years? You're not 15 plus, Scott. Look at your profile picture. It could be again left back and Kieran alongside Dawson. I don't think so, Matt. If that was the case, that squad, that lineup would say Agard, would say Dawson, Kieran, and then Agard. It doesn't. It says Soufal, Dawson, again. It's in order. It's in order. Why they do that? It's the one thing that really winds me up. Because if you look at Leeds, no idea the formation. You have a rough idea. You could probably play Rodrigo up front, not a bit right behind. You've got a back 4 there, or back 3 rather, which you got Ailing, probably right wing back. Then you got 3 central defenders. Maybe you don't know, but the way we put our team out, if we did it in numerical order, we would have an idea, but the other team wouldn't. Don't get it. Never really understood that. I predict that Leeds will make 3 subs before make any. Let's hope so, because it means that we're in trouble, or they're in trouble. We will win today, lads, says Frano. I'm glad to see you. Hope you're well. I wonder how many yellow cards we'll get tonight. Dirty Leeds. Just Leeds. I don't know if we'll win. I just hope we have a few forward passes instead of all the back passes and side passes. I don't mind them as we're keeping possession if there is some progression to it. Now the trouble is, and we said this today, teams have figured out how to play against us at home. They know how to play against us. They basically do what we've been doing to teams for the last 2.5 years. 30% possession, counter attack. They let us have the ball. Because they know we haven't. It takes something special to get through. They have 2 banks of 4, like Brentford did, and it's hard to beat 2 banks of 4. When the game is stretched, that's when I think we're quite good. The likes of Ben Rama, it's a little bit more fluid, a little bit more open. That's when they play well. I think it's great. I think, to be honest, Benny coming off the bench for this game is a good idea. Although he's our best player, I think actually keep it tight for a bit. Let's not concede. That's the thing. The trouble is we concede too many. Where the last 2, before this season, our defence was strong, and we could always nick a goal. Now, if we've always let the goal in already, then we've got to try and score 2 goals to get the 3 points, or even 1 goal just to get a draw. So, I'd rather keep a tight ship, and that's something we haven't done. But with the inclusion of Agard, we saw how well he played at the World Cup, and the brief glimpses we've had in the conference and in the Carabao. He's a quality player. He's got pace. He's got a pass. Him and Zuma together are going to be very strong. And by the sounds of it, what Jonty was saying just before, at the beginning of the show, he won't be too far away from a knee injury recovery, which is not too bad. So, we're in a very strong position. I think then you look at Tino Kira. Who knows? He might come in and be a problem to our left back situation. Who knows? But for me, there's definitely. It's a shame that everything's gone wrong with Ashby, because I would like to see Ashby play that right back role, because I think he's bloody quality. Leeds have an aging defence. We need to run them. We certainly do. You've got the likes of Cooper, Luke Ayling. These are. You got Koch. They've got some good players as well, though. Tyler Adams. You got Rocker, formerly of Bayern Munich. Jesse Marsh is the Red Bull model. That was his philosophy, really. So they've got some good players. But I don't think they've got players which will hurt us from a skill side. I always find Rodrigo a bit hot and cold. As I said, my danger man is Notto. I think he's a very, very good player. And I would have loved to have signed him in the summer when we were linked with him. I'm going to 52. Fantastic. You don't look it, mate. Back on the... Oh, dear, there we go. I'm going to London in April. Where's the best place to buy West Ham gear? The stadium. Last time... Yeah, if you want to get... You could go... Yeah. Just go to the stadium shop. It's all there, mate. 2 floors. 2 floors is the best place. Indeed. We did a little tribute just at the beginning of the show, Trevor. But, yeah. Hopefully, out of these things, the horrible tragedies, it can galvanise teams. And that's what we need. We need a team. We need a bit of team spirit. That's something I think we've desperately lost when Mark left. And Stuart Pearce and Alan Irvine, but Mark particularly. He wasn't playing. He rarely, he didn't play. He didn't start many games, particularly the Premier League. But his leadership off the pitch is what we've missed. That's no slight on Declan Rice at all. He's a young lad. It's a lot of responsibility to take on, but you don't have that. He hasn't got that experience that Mark had. Boyhood fan. I know Decker's become a fan since joining, but and I think we've really missed that. Like the other day, I noticed we did a huddle. Was it the Fulham game where we lost? But Crystal Palace game. I can't remember. We did a huddle, and I was so impressed because that's what I want. It might be cheesy, but I want us to all seem to be one unit. And it's things like this, that the sad passing of DG, that might just galvanise, give us an extra reason. Let's do it for David, do it for Mr. Gold. So obviously there'll be a tribute. There'll be I think a minute's applause at Ellen Road. We'll obviously be doing something back at London Stadium for the next home game, which is for a couple of weeks, unfortunately. But that is the way it is. And yeah, no, I think it could have. Sometimes when something like that happens, you have a detrimental effect on the team, but I think this would have. I mean, you've seen how many lovely messages there are from the likes of. I saw some of Tony Martinez and Ajay Alese, and I was looking at some of David Gold's old tweets as well. You always make us laugh, and everyone says, now it's the famous sign of "Don't go to bed now." Obviously, David can go to bed now. So I think it's going to be interesting to see, and that the way the team reacts is going to be coming from Declan Rice. He's going to be the one. He's got to be, Mr. Big Bollocks now. It's a sad day, but obviously Mark. Don't forget, Mark is back, sporting director as of Tuesday. So he's back in the the fold properly. So it'll be interesting to see the role he makes, but also where he sits. For a few games he was sat before he actually was officially the director of football, sporting director. He was in the chairman's suite, and then I think the last game he was in the dugout, which is again very unusual for a sporting director to be there. But maybe might be interesting to see. Is Walton at risk of being let go, seeing as the board seems to be keeping Moyes to the end of the season? I don't really see. I think it'd be Moyes' call, I'd imagine. Moyes will be able to manage it by the end of January. You heard it here first. As long as we don't get Fat Frank. I don't think that's going to happen. Can't see himself. He's going nowhere, even if we keep losing. I think they'll come to a point, Scott, where he'll have to leave. If we lost 10 games in a row, then he has to go. And that's when people say, "Oh yeah, it rushes Moyes in because he works at the club." And look, it's regardless of whether I work at the club or not. I support whoever's in the dugout, same as whoever's on the pitch. I don't necessarily agree with it, and I think sometimes I'll probably be more scathing about West Ham than Anton has, to be honest. But looking at the side, it's not the side I predicted, but he's the manager. He's the one who gets paid to make decisions. That's the side he's put out. And I support them. And, whoever wears the claret and blue runs out. Even if it was 11 kids came out, West Ham shirts for the game against Leeds, I'd support them. And that's the same here. I don't agree with it. Don't agree with the lineup. Look on Twitter. People won't agree with it. The fact that he dropped Benny. Soucek's come back in. But there has to be a reasoning for it. So we'll see what happens, innit? Was basically to help with our defence, and it's basically dried up. You totally agree. I think 6 or 7 will be the cut-off point, Russ, if we lose tonight and at the weekend. The weekend, Matt, I'm not fussed about. I'll be honest. I think with the way that the Carabao Cup knocked out all the London clubs, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Arsenal, Spurs, they're going to be looking at the FA Cup as a piece of silverware they could win. And I think the Carabao Cup was our best chance for that. So I could see us putting out our cup side because we haven't got Europe until March anyway. So I could see us putting out almost our Europa Conference League side out, in all honesty, on Saturday. Maybe with 1 or 2 exceptions. We're on 1 game weeks at the moment. So after this week, so we've got obviously tonight. Then we've got Brentford in the Cup. Then we've got Wolves away. So we are on 1 game weeks, but for me the FA Cup is the priority now. For me it is Europa Conference or bust. In all honesty, but there we go. Not happy hammer, but I support the team and the manager regardless. Indeed, what I say, support the team, not the regime, and that's what it is. And when people say, "Oh, I want us to lose tonight," so Moyes gets fired. Nah. I don't agree with that. What input does Walton really have? Who knows? I mean, the way the setup is at the home games is you've got a lot of the coaches and the likes of Billy McKinley and stuff. They sit up in the press box or the old walkie-talkies to feed them down the on the pitch side, and they communicate with Moisey. So they sort of have, so you have a few of them. Like I think Kevin, Phelan, and Moisey are down there, and everyone else is up up in the press box, so they can get sort of a bigger picture of what's happening. A bit like Sam Allardyce used to do. Big Sam, didn't he? He used to spend the first half up in the director's box, so to speak. In the second half, he used to spend pitch side. Same thing. We saw that Pearcey and Irvine had we believed that Pearcey and Irvine had a big influence. I think Pearcey did particularly defensively, and Irvine maybe as a team sort of mentor, so to speak. But yeah, what's happened for our set plays? It's all gone down the toilet. We can't score. I don't know, mate. Your guess is as good as mine, my friend. Your guess is as good as mine. We've actually got taller. The squad's got taller. So you got, someone like Scarmack who's 6'7". You've got the likes of, you've got Dawson 6'2", 6'3". Nayoff's the same. Souček 6'5". I think Paqueta's 6'1", 6'2". Declan Rice is 6'1", I think. We've got some big boys, but it's the delivery. We're barely beating the first man when it comes to crosses and stuff in terms of corners, and that's been a real issue. And actually, thinking about it now, that's one thing that Cress has got is his delivery, his left foot delivery. Does this mean that it's all going to be Bowen? I don't know. I would take a conference win in 16th. Said that Moyes top 6 for 2 years in the poor season. Well, that's what we get. Man, he's asked, where is Matt for the watch-alongs? I'll tell you where Matt is. He's only fucking there. He's only here. Ask and thou shall receive.
Better late than never.
Doesn't matter. Anton will be on in a minute anyway. How you doing, buddy?
I've been ill, mate, but I've had this thing everyone else has had.
Oh, I had it, right? As soon as I got off the plane yesterday, it's just all like it's awful. Everyone's had it at the moment. It's ridiculous.
It's just like worse than the big C. Well, the second big C word, shall I say?
Yeah, the second big C. Yeah. No, it is. It's really weird, isn't it? It's really weird. And Anton's had it as well. So, starting lineup. Enter Stato. There is Enter Stato, indeed. Starting lineup. Tilo Kehrer, right left back. Thoughts?
It looks like it left back.
Yes.
It's possible that Soufal's playing left back. He has. I think Soufal has played there a couple of times. I don't know if Kehrer has.
That's a shout. That's a shout, actually. That's a shout because actually the way the team is set up, maybe we're going left to right rather than right to left. That could be a point. Then
there's also the option of the left wing back with Fornals.
Yeah.
But it doesn't read like that. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
To me it looks like a 4-3-3 or the 4-2-3-1, whichever way you want to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, what we didn't play Souček for one game, and O'Connor come out and said how well Rice and Paqueta played together,
and Moyes
and then
did
Moyes
as well.
has been off again.
But Moyes said he played really well as well, and I was thinking, well, that's. And also, as I said to the people in the chat, like pre-match when he spoke about the partnership of Paqueta and Rice, he was like, no, yeah, and also we've got other central midfielders who could come in, Fornals, Lanzini, and Souček. Souček was like the last one to be mentioned. So I was like, what the hell's going on? Crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know. But that's a good shot. I'm just having a quick look at the other West Ham team sheets to see where Cresswell usually sits. Let me have a quick look because that might give me a little indication there.
I think it is Kehrer.
I think it is Kehrer.
The way I read it, but I suppose the only thing is, so far having played left back, it gives you the option of let's play this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Because if Kira's not too happy on that side, we can put Soufal over there. I mean, what does Sky make it?
Right, this is what winds me up.
Sky Sports, the app on Sky Sports, reckons that Aguerd is playing left back.
Well, he can play left back, but this is what winds me up, right? I was just looking at the last team sheet for the Brentford game. They've done it in. And I've been moaning about that. They don't do it in numerical order. They did it in numerical order for that one, but they haven't done it here. Oh, no, it just winds me up. I don't get it.
Moyes was like, look, see, we put it in numerical order. They still knew how he was going to play. Didn't make a difference anyway. Go back to it.
Yeah, go back to. I'm just having a look at the Arsenal game to see the team sheet there.
It normally is.
No, it is no, it is yeah, it is right to left. It was so last game it was Soufal, Dawson, Tino Kira, Cresswell for that back four. So yeah, it is. But no, obviously, and you see, look, Detective Budden's on the case. Detective Budden's on the case, right? For the Arsenal game, it is the same formation that we were playing tonight. Then it was Bowen, then Antonio. Here we've got Skamaka, then Bowen. Bowen up front, Skamaka playing 10. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, the Premier League website is also saying Aguerd's, the way they've written it, Aguerd is playing left back.
Yeah. But then I've seen the BBC website, and they've had bloody what's his face? They've had like Craig Dawson play right back.
Yeah. Craig Dawson can play right back. Play Craig Dawson up front, to be honest. The way we're playing at the moment, we might as well play Dawson up front.
Yeah.
Well, our only tactic is to get the ball wide and lob it in the box. Might as well play Dawson up front.
It's funny because Anton's in the background there. Me and Anton went through our predicted 11, and I think it's totally wrong. We've got almost totally wrong based on what we thought.
I mean, my team. If I'd have predicted it, I would have only had a couple different.
Yeah.
I think maybe I might have had Emerson at left back rather than Kira.
Well, something that John mentioned on his thing, you put, surely is a penny for your thoughts for Cresswell and Emerson. Both have been not picked instead of
Emerson,
a right
I
back.
think, as we all discussed, is a left wing back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is no way. Like, a lot of people think Moyes has lost the plot already.
Yeah.
He's somewhat clawed himself back in the fact that he hasn't played Cresswell today. If he had played Cresswell today, like my dad, bless his heart, he's like in his 60s, and he said, "Look, he said I love Cresswell. He's been a fantastic servant."
Yeah.
He's like, but Cresswell's gone. He said to me, he's like, Cresswell's legs went about 3 years ago, but then Moyes came in. Was it the first time Moyes came in?
Yes.
And he sort of worked out you could play him that left of the back three.
Yes, and that was almost like a renaissance of his wasn't it?
And he was like, but you played him left of the back three against Brentford, and Wissa had like a 10-yard head start on Wissa.
Yeah.
And I like some people like Cresswell was jogging back, and other people were like, no, that's just how fast Cresswell runs these days. Like he had a 10-yard head start on Wissa, and Wissa just almost like it looked like Usain Bolt sprinting past him. Like he's finished. Like I'm sorry that you don't want to dictate games, but that probably is the lot. Like it won't be the last of Cresswell, but that is the game where it's definitively he's no longer more than a backup option. Yeah. And if you don't have faith in Emerson to play left back, if he's not a back five, I mean, I suppose the only option you could have said was maybe Johnson. At least defensively, Ben Johnson's solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I suppose, we've been saying Moyes keeps sticking to plan A and rinse and repeat. So, you know what? He's gone. Cresswell was an issue. I suppose you could argue one of the issues Moyes might argue for the game against Brentford was that we did lack height in the middle. We did lack that Souček height. But we didn't have, and obviously there was the issue with the back five being, was it like 200 years old? Was it
something like that, yeah.
It's 194 years old or something, our back five.
I think it was 190s, yeah.
Might be 194, like the back five and the goalkeeper. Like the average age of like 37. We've now got, despite the fact we actually bought a plethora of guys in their mid-20s and then like one or two in their late 20s, we're still the oldest team in the league. I mean, and if you looked at that team the other day, you could see it. So at least, Kira's come in and Aguerd's come in. So that's somewhat lowered the age of the back line. I don't understand. For me personally, I put in a group chat the other day. I don't understand why Fabianski's in there at all.
Do you know what? Me and Anton said today. We said today that it was the time, and it hasn't. But obviously, whoever's going to be goal today wasn't going to be a goal Saturday.
I don't, because in all fairness to him, as with most of our goalkeepers, for a significant period of time, he's been a fantastic goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But I do feel, especially maybe the last 12, the last calendar year, he started going the way of UC did when UC was on the back end before Adrian came in.
Yeah,
When it was like you didn't have to get it in the corner anymore. If it was like 1.5 yards, 2 yards inside the post, you still got it in. The amount of goals that Fab's conceded at his near post this year, like I don't mind, right? I've got no issue with a goalkeeper conceding at his near post if it's very close in, or if you don't, if it's obviously not going that way and he's dived across, he's taken deflection, beating him. But at that angle from that close, it's just, he doesn't have his angles. That's not something. That's not like he's been done. Like he didn't have the angle for when he dived to leave his foot out and cover the near post. It didn't take a nick or a bubble and bounce over it. He literally left a gap a foot wide at the near post for it to just go in. And you've got the 6th highest paid goalkeeper in the league sitting on the bench to a guy that's earning half the amount he's on. Like I don't understand how he's still there.
No, well, yeah. I thought it would have been time for it. It's to have been time for transition, but it's not. It's not for some reason. It's not for some reason. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But hey ho. Obviously, the West Ham players and Leeds will both have black armbands tonight. And did a little minute's applause for Mr. Gold, I believe. I don't know. They're going to do it. It looks like a minute silence. They're going to do all minutes applause. They're just doing the coin toss. Let me just get. I think Anton is going to be on in 2 secs. Let me just. I'm just seeing that. It looks like they're going to. Oh, they're doing a huddle. They're doing a team huddle. I'm happy. That's what I want. I want them to do a huddle.
Huddle's there.
That's what I want them. There's something about a huddle. There's something about it, even if it's false, even if it's cheesy.
But it likes you to think that it gives at least a false pretense that they're on the same page.
Of a team, of
like
some
everyone's
sort of
banding
team,
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, you Irons.
Sort of team spirit. Come on, you Irons. We were totally wrong. Right, okay. I'm going to be back at half time then, and I'll set up for you guys.
Much love.
Bye.
All right, mate. Oh. You ready for this, Stato?
Yeah, I'm just sorting myself out.
Did you get my link?
Yeah.
If you do
Yeah.
that, then we'll go on the same time, mate. Paqueta getting ready in the centre circle to kick off for West Ham. Hope you're all well.
Right. Yep.
We're going to see now the positioning of West Ham, but West Ham have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, literally everyone up top. Let me have a look here. Paqueta kicks off for West Ham, straight back to
refresh yours.
Why? Where are you?
A lot further in front of you, and I went on your link.
I don't do that. That's fine. You carry on, mate. You do it.
Dawson with a hooked clearance. Luke Ayling nods it back into the middle. Skamaka picks it up, knocks it forward to Paqueta, spreads it wide to Bowen. Bowen looking to take on the fullback. Skips inside, but it's cut out and cleared for a West Ham throw-in.
Irons.
I don't know. So I need to get this up to who's playing for Leeds. I don't know who's Leeds. I haven't seen the Leeds team. There we go. Get that in so I know who's playing.
Right, have you got it now? I'm on.
Fair enough.
Throw in from West Ham, trying to find Skamaka, cleared. Although Fornals has won it back. Souček's right far up top the field. Paqueta using his strength. Paqueta wins the ball back for West Ham. He finds Fornals on the left-hand side. Plays the ball back to Kira, who's playing in the left-back position. Agerd is playing through the central of defence. Oh, my God.
That's an awful back pass from
Kira.
Kira.
Leeds on the attack.
Aguerd.
Right. So what's happened there is Kira's played an absolutely terrible ball back to Agerd. It's not made him. Rodrigo's clutched onto the ball. But I'm telling you now, right, see that tackle from Agerd is exactly what West Ham have been looking for such a long time.
Yeah.
His pace, mate, and his ability to tackle like that. You don't want to be in those situations, but it was a terrible ball from Kira. But what a
anyone that's not watching,
tackle.
if anyone saw the highlights yesterday, that was almost the level of like Everton's 4th goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Corner to Leeds now. Bowen, front post, cleared from West Ham. From
Good
Paqueta.
header up and out by Paqueta.
Oh, come on, ref. It's a blatant shove on Fornals.
But that was
Big ball forward from Leeds.
It was a
from
poor
Soufal.
back pass. It was a poor pass from Kira. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for now because he is playing on the left-hand side, which isn't his natural position.
Yeah. Big ball. Leeds have got the ball playing it through their defence just now. Skamaka pressing a little bit. Fornals, Souček. Declan Rice comes in, intercepts. He does well. Although the Leeds player wins it back.
Must admit, I do feel a bit sorry for Ben Rama.
Yeah.
I get what Russ said earlier. Russ said about it might be good to have him coming off the bench and impact when the legs are a bit more tired and the game's more open.
Couple more.
But of all the people to be dropped,
yeah,
I didn't think he deserved it.
Jared Bowen pressing a little bit further up the field, but Leeds have still got the ball just on the halfway line.
As always, is a very slow start from West Ham.
Leeds
Funnily enough, I saw a stat the other day, and it was like star graph of.
Oh, hold on a minute. Ayling with the ball for Leeds, crosses it into the box, cleared from Agard again, and Souček with a big clearance up top. But
it was a star graph correlating. It was like average position up the pitch and average amount of pressing. And the bottom three teams for least amount of pressing, the lowest starting position was West Ham, Southampton, and Bournemouth. And I think that tells everything you need to know.
Yeah,
we're too deep. We're too deep on the pitch, and we don't press enough. Like our physical pressing across the game is not high enough.
Leeds now playing the ball through their defence there. West Ham trying to press. Now putting a high press on.
Worse stats for crosses to chances or something.
Doesn't surprise you, though, really, does it?
Like,
Skamaka's latched onto a weird back pass from the Leeds player. Puts onto his right foot. He's not done.
I'm waiting for the offside flag to come up.
He's not. It was a back pass from the Leeds player.
No, I don't think it was.
Was it not? I thought it was.
Oh, it was. No, I think it was a tackle. Yeah.
Right, sorry,
I was about to say, there's no way. There's a flick on. Yeah, I think Fornals flicks it on.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he did, but maybe he did. Anyway, what happened was there was a flick on. Skamaka went kind of wrong side. Tries to bring the ball.
He tried to cut inside on his right foot, didn't he? And he was on the left-hand side. He might have been better off trying to shift it on his left foot and just hitting across the keeper. He tried to get on the favoured foot to try and get an instep swinger to the far post and got closed down. That might be a booking. That was a naughty one from... Was that Paqueta?
Yeah, he's not going to book him, no. Paqueta brings down a player and it's a free kick to Leeds just outside the centre circle in the West Ham half.
I think he's lucky that it's so early in the game. I think if that was like 20 minutes later in the game, he's definitely getting booked for that. West Ham have always started quiet. Leeds have not done much either. Leeds have had most of the possession, passing it about. And the one big chance of the game come because Kira tried to pass it backwards and pass it straight to a Leeds United player. And Rigo got shut down right at the end by Guerd.
Leeds just playing the ball back through their defence now, back to Melia, the keeper. Skamaka calling for a bit more resources, pushing further up the field. Ball gets chipped forward from Melia, and Dawson does enough to clear it. He finds Jared Bowen out on the right-hand side, plays the ball back to Paqueta, but Leeds have broke the ball off us. Leeds down on the attack down the left-hand side, cutting inside. Good block from...
Right, the Rice. Yeah. So, like, that just sums us up. Like, we actually intercept the ball. We do a bit of work. We try and pass around the press, and then Bowen just can't make a 5-yard pass. And straight away, Leeds run the counter-attack.
Leeds have got the ball again down the left-hand side, deep in the West Ham half. Just keeping a hold of possession here. Now he drives forward, plays a 1-2. He's down on the left wing, plays the ball back. Leeds have got the ball, still in the West Ham half. Big ball into the box. Back post, finds the player, but he can't control it, and it goes out for a West Ham goal kick.
Oh, he's pushing high up from the right back position there.
Yeah, Ayling is.
Ayling.
Mr. Moyes having a word with Pablo.
Already. I got to go to that back five, Pablo. We've been too open for the first 5 minutes.
Fabianski with the goal kick. Pings the ball forward for West Ham. Finds Tommy
Souček,
wins the header.
Yeah.
But then Leeds win it back. Declan Rice goes in for a big challenge. Oh, high foot from the Leeds player on Declan Rice's face. Rice is down,
That didn't
holding
look
his
good.
neck.
I think he's holding his face. I think he's actually caught him flush in the face with his boot. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, no, it is right on his neck, man. It studs right on his neck, the back of his ear.
if they've both got their eyes on the ball,
Yeah, they're going to have
But
to
it
stop
is-
although they have to stop the game. Might not have been intentional. Let's have a look.
yeah, like right there.
He doesn't. It's not intentional. He knows it. He's put his hand up
No.
straight. But Rice is down now, just getting a bit of
Not
attention.
going to be a nice one though. Oh, isn't that got the booking out?
Yeah, so he's going to book him. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, get the card. He is. He got a card.
Do you think? I mean, unless Rice is bleeding, or unless someone said to him in the earphones.
Well, all the West Ham fans are like thrown up. Like, what are you talking about? But in terms of the actual aggressiveness and the lateness and everything else, it's no worse than what Paquette had done 5 minutes earlier. The only difference is that obviously it was a higher foot, not like I think Paquette had caught the Leeds player on the thigh, and he's caught him obviously. But Deck was stooping into it, so it's not. I wouldn't say it's a high foot. He hasn't left the ground to place that. Deck stooped into it. But obviously, he must be bleeding. He's got a cut on the inside of his ear. It looks like that's where they're dealing with him.
Come on, West Ham. Free kick to West Ham just inside the Leeds half. Agard on the ball. Kira out to the left. Dawson out to the right. Agard looks like he's going to look long. Oh, it's a big cut for Deckers. He's gone long for Agard. Finds the back post. Well cleared from the Leeds defender. They've kept a hold of it and then cleared it forwards. Keeping a hold of possession. Trying to bring it out from the back by playing football. And they've done all right. It's back with their centre half. Now it's back with Millier. Go for a big clearance up top. It's gone straight out for a West Ham throw in, just again over the just before the halfway line. Ten minutes gone. Leeds 0, West Ham 0. Nothing really.
Sufal just trying to sneak about 15 yards up the touchline there.
Skamaka drops deep, collects the ball, but he's lost it. Yeah, it's three bad passes, like clearly bad passes.
And the problem is they're not like three bad.
Oh, well, win by
passes.
Paqueta there. Great head and win. Fornals wins the ball in the middle of the park, plays it out wide to Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen puts it onto his left foot. Fouls made overlap and run. He plays the ball into. Is that Fornals? Oh, that's unlucky. Is that Fornals out on the right hand side? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fornals comes back and wins the ball back. It's bloody good football from Fornals, that was. Big ball forward from West Ham from Sufal, but it goes 2-0-1 and it's going to trickle out for.
Yeah, to go back to that Skamaka, like a layoff from a corner, from throw in. He's chested it and he's gone to lay it back and he's undercut it by about 3-4 yards.
Yeah.
And it's the third or fourth time in the game so far. Oh, is that
Yeah, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch that Leeds have done. They've left Flowers on the seat beside David Sullivan for David Gold, who unfortunately passed away this morning. Mark Noble behind the seat as well. Foul on the Leeds player, and it's a free kick to Leeds in their own half. There is Mr. Mark Noble. 11 minutes gone. Leeds 0, West Ham 0. Millier with the ball, plays it out to their defender, drives forward. West Ham pressing now, and we've done well to win the ball back. Yeah, much better. Fornals collects it.
That's a good pass.
Done well to Paqueta. Paqueta plays the ball back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice switches the ball all the way over to the wide right to Sufal. Plays the ball forward, heavy ball, but Bowen kicks, collects it, keeps it.
Keep
He's
going.
got nowhere to go, but he's driven back. Agard with the
He's
ball,
done well.
touch. He finds Kira on the left back position. Pablo Fornals back heel finds Souček, who looks like he's fouled. Ball goes out for West Ham throw in, but he's given a throw in. Much better from
That's
West
a bit
Ham.
better from West Ham. Actually managed to pass the ball about a bit, made some passes, managed to at least move along the Leeds pressure.
The thing is, if there's nothing on, don't panic.
No,
that's
because
what
I know
Jared
some
Bowen-
people do get frustrated with the passing sideways at the back, but
mate,
if you're avoiding the pressure, you can sometimes open a space up.
Well, Jared Bowen had nothing on, so we kept hold of the ball, played it back, and we kept
dribbling
possession.
across the pitch, didn't it? Yeah.
What would you rather, keep possession or lose the ball? Anyway, throw into West Ham. Souček, he's done all right so far. Ball in from Kira, tries to go into the back. Declan Rice. It's a wild shot from distance. It stayed in. Jared Bowen's kept it in. Oh, he's done well. Paqueta. What a ball from Paqueta to Safal. Back post, who's there? No one's there. Oh, no. Kira on the edge of the box. Kira's got the ball. He finds Paqueta. Nice ball through. Keep it in, Kira. Oh, so unlucky. Nice, intricate balls, mate. Penetrating balls.
That was actually a good bit of play by West Ham.
Yeah. Two
All
really,
started from a Declan Rice shot that nearly hit the corner flag.
I tell you what, though, like, once you do that kind of quick style football, I mean, you can see West Ham have got a buzz on now. Pablo Fornals has won it back straight away, deep in the Leeds half. Oh, we've won a corner from absolutely nothing.
From
and
a Leeds goal kick.
You know what? They've got a little bit of a boost on. They've got a little bit of confidence on the goal. And what's happened? They've gone forward.
You can hear in the crowd. The Leeds fans are a bit like us at home. The Leeds fans are getting a bit angsty. And it's West Ham. We're trying to build on that. Got Big Craig up there.
Craig Dawson.
Come on, Dawson.
Pablo Fornals beat the first man. That's all we ask for, mate.
Oh, yeah. Come on. That's not bad.
Oh, right into the middle of the box.
I'll tell you what, if nothing
else. Shoots from distance. He's gone for a handball, but it's not. Safal down the right-hand side. He plays the ball to Paqueta down the right-hand side. It's unlucky.
I'll tell you what, if nothing else, that was actually a decent corner.
Are you literally like a second ahead of me?
I think so, yeah.
Did my fucking head, didn't I?
I'll refresh mine and see where it comes back at. There we go. Right, I'm on 54, 55, 56. Oh, come on. No one gambled.
Rice. Leeds trying to play
no
it
one
out.
Gambled at the flick on.
Right,
Took a long ball, and I don't know if it was Souček or Skamaka won the flick on, but there was no one behind him to gamble on it.
Matt, name me your time again.
21, 22,
right,
23.
Cool. What are you cool? I'll take that.
How far are you behind?
No, we're the same.
You're saying that, all right.
Leeds playing the ball through the back line, back to the keeper. High press.
Put pressure on him.
On for now. Putting the pressure on. That's good. Kira with the pressure on down the left back. Plays the ball through the middle. Dangerous.
I tell you what, though.
They've done
well there.
Go on. West Ham put the pressure on. No. Jared Bowen brings.
I tell you what, they played well there. They passed that well from that pressure Leeds.
Leeds with the ball down the right-hand side. Travelling with it through the middle. Big ball forward. Takes a heavy touch from the Leeds player, but West Ham have won the ball back. Paqueta plays the ball forward to Safal. Safal drives forward, coming over the halfway line. He's lucky just to keep hold of that ball. Declan Rice finds a Gerd. Keeps a hold of it. Brings Declan Rice back into the game, deep in the West Ham half. He drives forward for West Ham. He finds Paqueta out there on the right-hand side. Safal got nowhere to go. Wins a throw-in. Come on, surely we get the throw-in. We do. Yeah, well done, Skamaka. Great ball from Paqueta. Rice now Fornals through the middle. He's driving forward, cuts into his right foot, cuts again into his right foot. He switches the ball over to the right-hand side to Safal. Takes a heavy touch. Tries to cross it in, but he wins the ball back. We'll do that. Declan Rice. Gerd brings Declan Rice back into the game again. Declan Rice in the centre circle for West Ham. He finds Pablo Fornals out on the left-hand side. Fornals is everywhere right now. Declan Rice is driven a little bit further forward. He switches play over to the right-hand side. Jared Bowen heads the ball down to Safal. Safal plays the ball. What a touch that was from Paqueta. Bowen crosses in. Oh my God, Souček! Oh,
didn't win the header.
Kira's done well to win the ball back. Declan Rice plays the ball to Kira on the left-hand side. Crosses the ball in. It's a bit of a crap cross. Clear from Leeds. West Ham win the ball back with Craig Dawson. Back to the Leeds players again. And we've done well. And
come on.
Whistle. Good bit of play there again from West Ham. I tell you what,
I think the defender just got in front of Souček there, didn't he?
Yeah, but I tell you what, mate, they are struggling with Paqueta. Look at this. What a ball that was from Paqueta, mate. That's 3 penetrating passes he's made. Souček's playing really quite far forward, isn't he?
He's almost playing in that role, which he should be, the role
number
we played
10.
when we first signed him. It was like
Number
almost
10.
like a second centre forward. Yeah.
he is.
But like we were saying, I said earlier, before you come on, I said to Rush, you might as well play Dawson up front at the moment because I think he's putting crosses in the box. So if most of your games were built on playing crosses in the box, play Rice and Paqueta deeper and let Suchek make them runs in the box. Try and win them headers.
Leeds on the attack now, coming into the halfway line on the left-hand side. Tries to skip by Sufal. He's done well. It's going for a Leeds throw-in.
Good defending.
Big ball from Leeds, switching play over to the right-hand side. He gets the ball in the West Ham half. Alien plays the ball down the right-hand side. West Ham have got bodies back, though. Leeds have got the ball through the centre. Big ball into the box. Dawson lets it go. It
Brilliant,
goes out for West Ham.
I'm sure he was trying to volley that and he just entirely missed it.
Tell you what, mate. That is good football from West Ham. That's good defending from West Ham and good going forward from West Ham. Now it's a case of taking chances. Because what we're doing, mate, is we're not really allowing Leeds to play in the final third. And we're forcing them to do the big long balls. And that long ball there went to nothing again. You can see Declan Rice encouraging the team. Big winning header there from Paqueta. Leeds cleared it. Declan Rice wins the ball. Leeds clear it. Agard wins the ball. Kira gives the ball straight to Leeds, but he wins it back. And he plays the ball back to Fabianski. Big clearance from Fabianski. Leeds win it. Leeds still won it. Oh, good defensive header there from Craig Dawson. Sefal. He's done all right. He's given a throw in to Leeds, though. Somerville's down.
We can't be too hurt because, I mean, Sufal's literally on the floor. He did catch him a little bit, but...
Catch him a little bit, yeah. He's entitled to do that, though. He's entitled to go for the ball there. He's not done it intentionally. But the problem with that is...
It can't be that bad.
No. But if it's on his Achilles... If it's on his Achilles...
It might be a bit sore.
Painful, yeah. Nearly 20 minutes gone. Leeds nil, West Ham nil. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. Support the channel out as much as you can. Hit the thumbs up if you are enjoying the content. Leave a comment as well. If you're new around here and you are watching, you've never commented before, then hit a comment in there and see who's in the chat and having a chinwag with you. Throw into Leeds. Cleared from Craig Dawson. Sufal, big up and under over his head.
Oh, stayed on.
West kept it in, yeah. Paqueta. Oh, come on, Skamaka. Paqueta's done well. He gets stuck in, doesn't he? West Ham have won a throw in.
Done well there, Paqueta.
Good header there from Skamaka. Unfortunately, no one's there to run onto it. Ball goes all the way back.
If you're going to play that, long throw with Skamaka flicking it on, you need to have more than one runner.
West Ham piling the pressure on, though, when they come on the attack. Leeds have won it back, but West Ham have won it back again with Declan Rice. He's done well, Deckers has. Kira.
He's not comfortable in the slightest.
No, he's not.
I would possibly look at seeing if he wants to switch him with Sufal.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you. Leeds now on the attack. I think they see that as the weakness. They're coming down that side. Big, heavy ball. Oh, no one's called it. I do feel sorry for him there. Fabianski spilled it. It's been cleared from West Ham.
Yeah, but you don't take risks at the back.
Don't.
Now they've got a free kick.
Now they've got a free kick for nothing.
Unless you get a shout saying leave it, you just put it out of play.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit concerned on Kira, mate. I don't like admitting it enough.
The ball's going out. Somehow won the ball. It's going out for a goal kick. But Kira's only about 3 yards out. And he's got two Leeds players around him. And he's had no awareness on him. Leaves it. Aylan keeps it on. Gets crossed in. Fabianski then drops it. Dawson almost clears it from underneath his own crossbar. And then we foul the follow-up. And Leeds have got a free kick about 25 to 30 yards. Probably about 30 yards out. Right in the middle of the goal. all come from Kira, who I believe the technical term is having a fucking mare.
Big free kick from Leeds now, about 30 yards out, central.
It's a long way out.
Dummy, first one. Dummy, the second one. Left shot, tries something from the training ground. He's unmarked, and it's cleared from Sufal. So they've dummied it twice. They've placed the ball into the box. I think it was Rodrigo who was left kind of unmarked. Sufal's.
I think Sufal took it in the jewels.
Yeah, he did. Right on the right buttock.
It's a clever one. It was a clever one. 2 dummies and the guy runs around the back.
Corner to Leeds. 23 minutes gone. Big ball into the box. Back post. Suchek tries to win it, but it goes out forward.
Missed everyone. Yeah. I think Suchek tried to get on it, but missed it.
Let's see what everyone is saying.
You see, and this really does. This 20 minutes, 23 minutes sums up our season. Lots of good attacking play where we just haven't found the final pass. The final pass has just eluded us. And then stupid, unforced errors at the back. Nearly conceded. Then this time it's nearly conceded as goals. But if they keep at it, it's going to go the same way again. Kira's nearly cost them 2 goals today. Barring good tackle from Aguerd and then not taking advantage of the second mistake, you cannot make that many mistakes in the Premier League.
Big ball back to Melie from the keeper, from the defender. Skamaka pressing him. Clearance from him. He finds Craig Dawson. What a touch from Dawson.
Oh.
Sufal drives forward down the right hand side. Big ball up over the top. Tries to find Jared Bowen. Try to chase it down. He does win it back though, and then West Ham win a throw in. Jared Bowen's done really well there, considering the big heavy ball it was. And Cooper's had to
poor touch from was it Struick?
Oh, Paqueta, a nice ball from Paqueta. Oh, it goes out. That's unlucky.
Oh, Sufal, that's a poor touch.
Throw into Leeds. Looked like a foul throw, but they've played on. Big ball forward from them. Dawson wins it back, no problem at all. Declan Rice plays in Kira down the left back position. Simple ball to Fornals, back to Kira. Oh God, he's done well to get by the player. Chips the ball forward, 2-1.
That's unlucky. You know what?
Yeah, it's unlucky, but it is unlucky, but it's a little bit of panic.
Yeah,
when you're uncomfortable. He's not left back.
At the moment.
He's not comfortable.
No.
Fornals has pushed West Ham forward, keeping plenty of men up there, forcing them into an error. Go on. They like to play the ball back dangerously, don't they, Leeds? Aguerd is committed. Big mistake from Aguerd.
Caught underneath it.
We've got bodies back, though. We've done well to get bodies back.
Suchek covered it well there, in fairness to him. That was very well played from Suchek.
He was marking the man down the left-hand side. Big ball in the back post.
That's West Ham ball.
Oh, I think West Ham have won that.
Aguerd headed it. Not Aguerd, sorry. Sufal headed it into... Is it Somerville coming in behind him? Yeah. Aguerd misjudged the flight of the ball, gets caught underneath it, and they get a break on. Suchek covered well. Aileen still gets a big raking cross in.
But I tell you what, though, if you're going to do that, then you do that in that position. If you're going to misjudge a headed ball,
someone's got time to cover you,
yeah. That's the difference between doing it out the 18-yard box or the halfway line. Fabianski with a big clearance out for West Ham. Tries to win Suchek, but the ball's won from the Leeds team. Now they're in possession. Tried to play the ball forward, but Suchek recovers it and it goes out for a Leeds throw-in.
It's going to be hard to control that for Suchek. Did knock it out for a throw-in, though. Leeds have managed to quieten us down after we had a good 10-minute spell.
Leeds have won the ball. Header in the central of the park. Driving forwards. There's a player overlapping. He's won it. I don't know how he's got through. And he scored 1-0. Not... yeah.
It's just rinse, repeat. He didn't even dive. He didn't even dive at his near post. I'm sick and tired of saying it.
It's not great.
I don't know what Moyes sees in Fabianski that like Areola's that much worse. I don't understand.
Oh, Matt's so pissed off. He's knocked off. I'm sure I don't really know if I want to watch a replay of this. Don't know what you did there, Matt. Just centrally, like I don't know what's happened. They've played the ball through. Let me see an easy 1-2. It's so easy. Like no one's marking him. He's driven with the ball, driven inside, played a neat 1-2, found the space between Gerd and Dawson, played the ball back to him, and he's just found the bottom corner. There's nothing else. I mean, no one has went with the marker. No one's went with the man. No one's went with the runner. That's really unfortunate. West Ham need to respond ASAP, mate. Do not want to be going in at half-time 1-0 down. Big ball into the box from West Ham. Milia's come out, punched it. Leeds are first to the ball, though. Dawson wins the header, clears it out for a Leeds. Oh, Matt's gone again. Leeds on the attack again, down the left-hand side. People are not happy in the chat. Cleared from West Ham. Skamaka drops deep to win it.
I don't understand. Like it was a nothing throw in. Fabianski just hasn't even dived. He just didn't even bother. Like, sorry. I said before, I don't want to say nasty things about him because he's been a good servant, but he's gone the way of best liner. If it's within like two
oh my God, Kieran's just giving the ball. Kieran's just giving the ball away again. Leeds are on the attack down the right-hand side. Now they're driving forward. Centrally, they've got bodies there. Boys on the edge of the box. He cuts into his right foot. Oh, we're so lucky he's giving that ball away, but we've given the ball straight back to Ayling. Now he's got no one marking him in the middle of the park. Chips the ball over the top. No one's marking him. He shoots. Fabianski clears it. Get ourselves together, man. Who's that? Is that Gnotto? He is causing us all sorts of problems. Do you know what he's doing, mate? He's like nipping in behind defenders. People can't see him. He's tiny. People can't even bloody see him.
He's hanging wide and then drifting in.
Yeah.
It's just... If he's not gone after today, you might as well hang the relegation flag up and just sell off all your best players.
Calm your beans, Matt. Come on, calm your beans, mate. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we've got the fight and determination to come back from this. Ball forward, 2-0. Leeds have won the ball back. So's Declan Rice. He plays the ball into Fornals. Tries to play the ball forward, but they've come in and won the ball back. Oh, man. Skamaka's struggling. He's struggling. Do you know what my biggest issue here is, right? See the gap between the West Ham's midfield and Skamaka?
Yeah. It's
got bigger and bigger and bigger. And we last year, the last 2 seasons, we spent so long bridging that gap. And now the gap's just wide open again. It's just, it's unfortunate.
There's no one supporting him.
Yeah, there's no one supporting him at all. And then he's
in that
forced,
case,
he's forced to drop deep.
But in that case, play 4-4-2.
Yeah. That could
just
be
gamble and play 2 up front. Just play Antonio up front with Skamaka. Like, if you're gonna do 2 banks of 4 and leave the centre forward isolated, well then do 2 banks of 4 and leave 2 up front. Because at least then they can try and battle out between them.
But look, though, you've got Fornals now. Fornals has done well there to press. But look at the gap between Skamaka and behind him. It's huge. Yeah. Look, I think it's Skamaka and Paqueta. If Skamaka went, we've done well. Fornals has done well, but he's blown the whistle now. Leeds have got a free kick.
Given an elbow on Aguerd. Well, not Aguerd, sorry, Kira. Kira's gone to push himself, stand across the defender to body block to keep control of the ball, and the ref's done him for an elbow. But then hasn't even booked him. Because surely an elbow's got to be a booking.
So confirm to me, Matt. Since Kira's arrived at West Ham, he's played the right-hand side of a back four, the right-hand side of a back five, back the right-hand side of a back three in a five.
Yep.
He's played right back and left back of a back four.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Leeds have got in the attack.
He's
just skipped by the guards. Kira's done well to recover. It's gone out for a corner.
This has to be, and this is the problem. Like, look.
Kira was doing. What was Kira? Kira was doing this as if no one was talking to him. Just what? I don't know if they'll show you again.
Yeah. No, I said again, we were the better team for God knows how long. And then just one mistake. One again, well, not one mistake. We had about 3 or 4 mistakes in this game. But we just get punished.
Oh my God. No one's how has he broke from the West Ham player? The ball's came in, it's parried away somewhere, it's gone literally up in the sky, landed on a penalty spot, and the Leeds player, let me see who's broke free from. Jared Bowen. He's got in front of Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen's allowed him to get in front of him in a really dangerous area, and it's just fortunate enough he can't get the ball down.
You
can't be doing that. You've got to be on edge all the time. West Ham are just not playing the ball out from the back at all, ever. It's big, hefty balls.
I don't mind that, because at least then you can't make mistakes.
Doesn't matter. It's not working.
No, but the problem is it's not working because we're not actually getting players in around. Like, the thing is, Souček and Skamaka are winning, shall we say, their fair share of headers. But then no one's actually getting up to get alongside it.
That's nice from Skamaka. Done really well he has there. Sliding tackle from the Leeds player. Souček's kept the ball in, but he's been dispossessed.
You're so naive, Souček. So naive.
He's not blown up there for that. West Ham have got throw in.
I don't know how. I don't know how he hasn't.
He's won the throw in.
Foul. He's just kicked him in the. He's just kicked him in the shin or the back of the calf, shall I say? Souček won it back and then just kick it out for a throw. Kick it against the guy to win a throw. He tried to take him on, got tackled. The defender's got his body in the way, and then it really is basically it's a foul from Souček.
There's one the
ball.
Ref
just hasn't given.
Chips the ball in, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Oh no! Just I'll give him something, and that he's a right footer. He's not left foot. He's not left footed, right? But that was just Sunday league.
I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed with that goal, by the way, because what you've got there is, I mean,
it doesn't even dive. It doesn't even dive. That's the thing that was me the most.
Mate, but it's not that. It's not the keeper there at that point. It's ball forward. Oh my God! I don't know what Fornals has tried. Paqueta's tried something funky.
He tried to back it. He was going wide. He tried to back it in.
It's a ball from Fornals over the top. Paqueta's made a fantastic run, chests it, heads it, tries a back heel. I'll tell you what, it's not that far away. He's done all right.
He's unlucky.
He is unlucky.
Good ball from Fornals, though, and a run from Paqueta.
The issue you had with that goal was that our central defenders were ball watching, so Dawson's gone while Soufal's marking. If you look back at the goal again,
a big gap
opens up, and I don't think Dawson needs to go. Because in theory, by him going, has meant that Soufal stepped off, and Soufal had no one to mark. It looks like that. I need to see it back again, but it looks like he's had no one to mark.
Someone, or definitely at least 1 or 2 players in that defence, were just ball watching.
Skamat Fornals chest the ball down. Oh wow, my word, Mealy, he's come out. It's gone straight to West Ham. His shot is it on target. Oh my God, it's just gone over the bar. Soufal's shot from like literally 50 yards out. First time, and it's just dropped just over the bar.
Fornals hooked the ball over the top for Bowen. Melier's come flying out. Soufal wins it about 50 yards out and just puts it on target, and it's
Very unlucky.
Hits the roof of the net. You said, look, you can see they're still making mistakes. They're still edgy, but we're just need to cut out the mistakes ourselves. Like, that is the thing. That's the difference this year. Moyes talks about the fine margins. The fine margins are we weren't making many mistakes last year. We were one of the most reliable players and teams going. And this year we just, was it last year or the year before? We were I think we were in the top 5 for the least amount of goals conceded from mistakes. And this year we must be up near the top. We just can't do anything but make mistakes.
West Ham have gone a lot deeper now. West Ham are pressing a lot higher now. Putting a lot of pressure on the Leeds defence. If they can come out of this, then don't foul him. Stand up to him. He's going to go down easy. But Paqueta's won the ball back. We've won the ball. Oh, it's so frustrating because we've done all that hard work.
And knocked out for a goal kick.
And then knocked out for a goal kick. But it's better. It's better pressing.
Yes, it is. That's what I said to you at the start. We sit too deep and we don't press enough. And they don't look confident. And now look, Leeds are now taking our approach. They're now going along. They've now given up trying to play out from the back because they've seen the pressure we're putting on them. But they seem to be winning the headers at the moment. Oh, so foul, that's awful. We lose the header, and then we actually win the ball back. Deck knocks on the Fufal, and he tries to basically knock it round the fullback. I don't know if he was knocking it round him or playing it into the Bowen. But he just played it straight back into the Leeds fullback's feet, having given the ball away.
One Skamaka, go. Big up and under from Milier.
That's a good ball,
Gerd's done well. Kira's done well. Fornals finds Suchek.
That's a good ball from Fornals.
Good ball from Suchek into Skamaka. He
Suchek.
turns, strides forward, just gets by the player, wins a foul.
That's a booking.
Done well. Here's a booking, yeah.
Well played, Skamaka. That sounded sarcastic, but I'm being genuine. That actually was really well played. It was a good ball in a tight situation for Fornals. It was a progressive forward ball from Suchek.
Nice
Skamaka squared up the centre back, hit a little Cruyff turn, and Liam Cooper's just taking him out. And it's a booking.
Come on, your hands.
That is a bit of better play from West Ham.
Fornals. Big free kick for West Ham.
But we need it to go somewhere.
Plays it short. It's a foul down right hand side. Big ball into the box. Leeds have got everyone back, man, and they've won the header. And to the second man, Leeds have won it again. But West Ham have pressed, done really well to win it. Jared Bowen on the right hand side.
Man,
they've got 3 men on him. Still got it. They've got 3 men on him. He slipped by him. Get the ball in, crosses it in. Back post to Fornals. Hits it first time, takes a deflection. Paqueta header.
He's miles off.
He's offside. The ball's gone in the back of the net, but it's offside.
He's miles off.
Yeah, he is.
Miles, I won't even celebrate. He's well off. Bowen had 3 men on him. Somehow,
I do not know how Bowen's got out of that.
5 times. Cross it to the far post. Fornals' unlucky shot gets blocked. Paqueta heads it in. I tell you what, it wasn't as far off as I thought it was, but he was still
defender, the left back.
He was still about 3-4 yards offside.
Yeah.
I thought he was about 10 yards offside.
I thought he was about 10 yards offside, but then the left back was just running on, wasn't he?
The one that had been tracking Bowen back, but he was still a good 3-4 yards offside. He knew it as well. He didn't even celebrate. He was like, "I'm definitely off."
West Ham have won the ball back straight away.
Oh, see that though, you've got to do something better with that. Suchek.
Yeah.
He had an opportunity there to actually.
Well, go on,
Skamaka.
Drive down the left hand side. Go on, son. Neat ball through. Jared Bowen. Oh, it's a penalty, ref. He's going to give the penalty or play on.
It's got to be a penalty.
How can you not blow for a penalty? How can you not blow for a penalty? How can you not blow for a penalty?
That's not a penalty.
That is a total penalty. It's got the VAR. Of course, it's got the fucking VAR.
That has to
It
be
is
a
a
penalty.
total penalty. It is the most.
Come on the blind
It is
side
the
of the
most
defender.
blatant penalty I've
Controlled
ever
the
saw in my
ball.
life.
He's fouled Bowen.
Watch this now. It's got the
Paqueta's
VAR,
actually
mate.
then played it off.
It's got the VAR, 100%.
Paqueta's played it off to Fornals.
Oh, it's a total penalty. I don't know how Fornals hasn't put that in the back of the net, though. Touches the ball.
It's a penalty.
Yeah, it's a
There's
penalty.
got to be a
It's a
penalty.
blatant penalty.
There's no way you could not give a penalty for that. He's got to be sent to them. What do you mean you think he's got to be sent? He's got to be sent. Bowen gets there first, and he kicks Bowen in the shin. Or in the,
You've got to give Bowen so many plaudits for that, mate.
He gets zero contact on the ball.
Look at the way he tumbles. Look at the way he goes down. It's not even remotely. There's no improvisation. It's a total.
Right.
Total
so they've now changed the angles. They're checking for an offside, but he passes it backwards, so it can't be an offside.
No offside.
Right? Yes, it's in the box, and send him over, or don't even send him over. Just tell him it's a fucking penalty.
Penalty.
Yeah, don't even tell him you need to go. It's a penalty.
Come on, West Ham. Just give it. Hurry up.
Now he's called him over. Finally, about a minute later.
Yeah. Tell you what, mate. That's 2 really good runs from Skamaka. Another very good ball from Skamaka into the box. Bang. I mean, there's no ifs and buts about it. I mean, you see from that view.
Why are you even watching another replay? You can see from that he doesn't touch the ball.
Why is he watching it?
Why is he still looking? What are you looking for? There's no contact on the ball, and he kicks out Bowen.
Walk away, point to the spot. Walk away, point to the spot.
Why are you still looking?
Walk away.
Yeah, there we go. Thank
Penalty.
you. Yeah, penalty.
Holy shit, man, that should not have taken that long.
Why have you? It's taken nearly 3 minutes.
I'm
not joking.
For me,
it's a stonewall penalty.
It's a stonewall penalty. So why did he need to send the ref over? That's ridiculous.
Just tell him you've made a mistake. It's a penalty. Why are we like? Why is that taken 3 minutes? I thought he played the advantage.
They're all standing over the
and
spot.
He gave the goal kick. I don't know. I hate penalties these days.
Who's on it? Paqueta.
Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta. Because Ben Rama's been scoring and Ben Rama's not on the pitch.
Go on, Paqueta, son. Go on, Lucas Paqueta. Yes! Yes! What a penalty!
Went high. High, you don't save.
He stopped and
you
he
don't
started.
save high ones.
He stopped and he started.
Mate, he done a samba dance.
Absolute.
You know what? I would say I hate that. I don't think it should be allowed.
Because we're not used to it. Because we're not bloody used to it.
But you know what? He basically samba danced up there. He done a stutter. He done a hop, skip, jump, and then
there's no ifs or buts about it. Keeper's getting nowhere near that. Tell you what, though, that's a blessing for West Ham. Just look at the timing of that penalty just before half time is an absolute blessing. Squares the game. There's nothing wrong with it, mate, because he's got to keep it moving. I know you say you don't like it, but the rules are the rules.
The rules. I'm talking about in general. Like, I think, was it Ronaldo started doing it years back when he started with the stutter and stuff?
Yeah. Good for Paqueta to get off the mark as well.
Yeah.
That.
Now,
don't West Ham.
Lock up West Ham. We've probably got maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Can we just get to half time at 1-1, please? I mean,
or 2-1 up. Oh, good on his West Ham. Go on. Souček wins the header. Ball through the middle. Leeds. Declan Rice has done well to win it. Big ball up top. Heavy touch from the Leeds defender. He's done well. He's kept a hold of it. West Ham have got bodies around him, putting the pressure on.
Though.
Jared Bowen challenging. Keeps driving forward. Go on.
That's
go
it,
on.
West Ham. That's it. Forced him back. Well done. No, you need to... someone's down somewhere.
He lost his tooth.
Oh, it's Cooper. Is he bleeding? Is it out the nose?
He just kind of keeps touching his mouth. Well done, West Ham. Come on. You're a killjoy, Matt. Why is he a killjoy?
Oh, because I was saying about the penalty. I don't like it. I'm sorry, neutralist. I don't like it. West Ham absolutely love it. Stuck in the top corner. But I think I've just always hated it.
Big ball forward from Leeds. West Ham have won the header, putting the pressure on. Tommy Souček's done really well so far.
You know what? In some ways, that benching him last game has given him a bit of a kick up the backside.
Yeah.
Showing that you're not undroppable. Because he has had a better performance today, Souček. I'm not going to deny it.
Declan Rice wins the header, but gives it straight to the Leeds team on the right-hand side. Referees...
Offside,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Expect the whistle. Jesse Marsh has run that down at the linesman.
Well,
the thing is, though, I don't know. How can Marsh? I mean, for me, from our angle, no, but he's.
It depends if the guy flicked it on or not, because there was two guys in offside position. If are they basically penalising because he let it roll past him, saying he's still interfering, or Fabianski's doing the right thing here, it's just draining the clock down. No rush. Yeah, we don't want to be rushing right now. Right towards the corner. That's another
header again. Tommy Souček's done really well with all those headers. Like you said, mate, winning everything up top.
That do. Little foul from Smacker in the corner. We'll take that because that should now go into the minute over be added because we didn't really get the extra time to the 46. So 3 minutes should be about now, 49.
There you go. Half-time. If you are watching, half-time is Leeds United 1, West Ham 1, as myself and Matt are going to go and take a little cheeky break, and we'll bring in Mr. Russ Budden to take you through for the half-time break. Over to you, Russy boy.
Over to the DJ. Here we go. Audience. 1-1. Let's put that on. Let's put the score on. 1-1. Let me move myself up a little bit. What do you think, guys? What do you think of that first half? Let's get your comments in. There's loads. I'm going to go through the last few. I know it's West Ham until I die, and it's not just life and death. It's more important. It's totally right, my friend. It's only in a game, Electric. If we lose, I will cry my eyes out. Obviously, 1-1. Did you see anyone else shit themselves when Paqueta did that little stumble and it didn't work? So he lines up for the penalty. If anyone hasn't seen it, he does the penalty. He does this sort of like he's going to take it, and he jumps and stops, and Messi's like, "No, I'm not having any of that." And he's like, "Shit," and he put it into the top corner. Good for him to first goal though. His first goal for West Ham as well, which is great. I've been quite impressed with Souček today. Souček playing in a more advanced role, Declan Rice playing in a more defensive role, like we used to do, and it's working. What a surprise. With Paqueta sort of playing a deeper role alongside Declan Rice, which is quite like it. But Fornals has been quite busy. And what we got here? Villa losing 1-0 to Wolves. Well, it's not great for us, really. But it is what it is. So it's played a more natural forward position. Oh, to be honest, Souček, he's one of those really strange positions. I mean, he was bought as a defensive midfielder when we first bought him, box to box over the place, and then he sort of started scoring some goals, and so he played a slightly more advanced role. But yeah, elsewhere, it is Nottingham Forest a 1-0 up away to Southampton, and as Howard said, it is 1-0 at Wolves away to Villa. Palace Tottenham is 0-0. So yeah. So as it stands, we're in the bottom three if we draw this game, because Forest have won that, winning that game, and Wolves winning as well. So yeah, it'd be nice to win, and then we get out of the bottom three at the moment. But it is what it is. It's only half time. A win would give us another 2 points. We'd get to 17 points, and then we'd be out of the bottom three. We'd go up to, is it 14th? I think up to 14th. So it's all good in the hoods. Fabianski is rubbish this season, says Electric. He is the worst player. Bottom three as it stands, indeed. Oh my God, Moyes, get Cress on from Kit. Yeah. he's double guessed himself a few times, hasn't he? I mean, I'm watching the replay of the goal again, where it was a great ball by Somerville. Totally gave him the eyes to a quite experienced defender in Craig Dawson, and great finish. I did say the young lad, the little lad, I was worried about him. He's a good player. We were linked to him obviously in the summer, and Leeds got him. They were quite unlucky with a couple of shots they had. Let's bring up the stats. We love some stats on this channel. Let's bring up the stats. So we can see how the game is gone so far. Let me make these bigger so everyone can see. Let's do it like that. Keep going, Russ. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, let's go full screen and then bring up the stats for you for the halftime stats. Let's present that screen share. It's all changed here. Oh, this thing. Right, okay, let's bring up the stats. Let's go full screen and take this off. So we've got West Ham 40% or 39%, say 40% for cash, 40% possession. We've had 7 shots on target compared to Leeds' 4. We've had 1 of those shots has been the target, where 50% of their shots have been on target. 3 corners for them to 1 for us. Fouls 8 and for dirty Leeds. So we've got more fouls than dirty Leeds. And that's how it stands at the moment in terms of the stats. Let's just bring quick look. Let's take myself off. What's up with Johnson falling out? I don't know. It's Moyes' fault for playing Q out of position. Fornals is playing on less, so I think we can risk Emerson. Yeah, possibly. Crest should be okay, 45. It's the pace that worries me, Mandy. It's the pace that worries me about that. We can see how quick Leeds are, and Ayling he's a very attack-minded sort of fullback / wingback, and yeah, if they double up on Crest, I think he's going to be absolutely he's not going to have a great time. I hope you're right, but I fear Danny DeVito may be kicked over a few more times by Hammer's chat, indeed. Cresswell should come on if Kira gets injured. Kira is our new left back. Then we are banging trouble. Did you do those stats yourself? Yep, just made them up. Kira is having a nightmare. Do you support West Ham? Of course I do. Ben Johnson. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Ben Johnson. You think he's on the bench, obviously. And we've got the options on the bench. You know, we could go to 3 at the back. Easily. By taking off someone like Tommy Souček, for example, and putting on, or like, you don't need to take Souček off, actually. You can go to a back 3. Soufal could go to right wing back. Fornals go left wing back. So, you know, there's the adaptability there. So we'll see what happens. But currently we are in the bottom 3, regardless at the moment of this draw. So a win will get us out of the bottom 3. So far, so good. At least our heads did not drop going down 1-0 down. Yep, you're totally right. I didn't know Kira was a diehard Leeds fan. YTF is he playing at left back? I don't know. He is for some reason. Well, so far, doing better than Cresswell against Brentford. We were 2 down at half time because of Cress. Yep. West Ham have a new defender. We do. Never again. Come in, looking good. A couple of times you see his pace, particularly in recovery. There was one, I think, midway for the first half, where he did the tackle, almost in the left back position, and then got back to cover at centre back for the ball that was over the top of the throw on as well. So yeah, not too bad. He's been bailed up by Agad 3 times. He never played against Brentford. He didn't. He was all right. So far, Ayling has not attempted to go forward as he cannot outpace Kira. He would roast Cresswell. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say. If you put Cresswell in, Ayling will want to move forward a bit more. He's not centre back. He's playing right back. They've got quite sort of old school defenders in the centre back positions. So I'm really surprised that, you know, we haven't had so much. I mean, Fornals has been industrious. There's been a couple of times where he has he sort of pressured the goal kick, and he's won a couple of he's won the ball back from quite short passes from the goalkeeper to their right back. So I thought Fornals' energy, you know, he's been everywhere. He's been playing 10, he's been playing it right, he's been playing all over the park. That energy is infectious. He is right back. You're totally right. Has a choice of two right-footed players to cover left back. I think he's gone with age. There we go. But obviously Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was the person we believed was going to be the successor to the left back. Longello's playing very well for Birmingham at the moment on loan. So we'll see. A left back is a position I've always thought we needed some sort of cover. We need something. Maybe Moyes still sees Cress as number one left back, and then Tilo and Ben Johnson as opposite. Matt said the preview bit pre-match that obviously Soufal's played left back as well. So it's what's it, round holes, square pegs, or square pegs, round holes scenario, I think there. What terrible results so far, indeed. But look, we're not at a stage yet where we're relying on other teams. So still, it's still in our hands. It's 1-1. It's we go into the second half, level peggings, and so I think I fancy us second half, particularly with someone like Ben Rama on the bench, Antonio on the bench. Antonio scored a great goal against Leeds last season, if you remember. He took a touch and smashed it. But I think we won 2-1 against Leeds, if I remember, last season. I think might have gone down 1. No, did we go up 1 up? Yeah, there was the penalty right at the beginning, wasn't there? Then Leeds equalised, and then Antonio scored. I think if I was Moyes, I'd bring on Benny, take off Souček, and play Fornals into the middle. Souček's been, I tell you what, he's played all right today. Winning everything, what I like about having Souček there, playing his more advanced role, is you've got the option of two big lads up front to throw it up to them if they need it. I know what you mean by taking on Benny, bringing Benny on for Souček. You've got a bit more dynamism, a bit more ball playing. But the flip side is we lose a big presence defensively and offensively in terms of a 6'5" big lad. But eventually see what Moyes does. We know he probably won't do any subs until the beginning, to at least 60 minutes if he needs to. So we'll keep an eye on that and let you guys know. Rice will be going in the summer. No chance he'll stay. Skamaka looks so nervous, Russ. I think he's so desperate to do something. He's so desperate to get a goal that I think he's snatching at stuff. And I think once he gets one, the floodgates, I think, will open for him. But again, his link-up play. There's a couple of times in the first half, he took the ball almost in the left wing, and he was doing nice crossfield balls to Soufal. He's winning flick-ons, but it's the person he's flicking it onto, in terms of Bowen, hasn't been in the right position. He's 6'7", man. He's a big lad. He does need a goal. Not straight away if we get bogged down. Souček has been all right until now. Honestly, Trini must have done well for you to say he's done honest, mate. Right, let me stop that. If Rice stays until 20, he leaves in a free. We got for two. We got 2 year add-on, haven't we? So we actually get him to the summer 2025, I believe. I don't know. Any more comments? Anything? As I said, if you're around here, where the hell have you been? But please consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification. We've got our sort of New Year's resolutions to get 20,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the season. If not by the beginning of next season. So that's our plan. So if you can help us get that way by sharing it as well, if you enjoy what we do. Hopefully next week we'll have David Connolly, ex-Hammer, ex-West Ham striker, on the channel doing a My Hammers 11. We've also got, in terms of people we've got lined up, we've got Sebastian Schemmel lined up to come and do a live Q&A. Seb's a great man and a really good, really passionate West Ham fan. One of those fans who became a fan after having played. The fact, even more so, that he's got his restaurant in Luxembourg called Upton Park. Top man is old Seb, so we'll get Seb back on. We've got Guy Demel coming back on. We've got Julien Faubert coming back on. We've got Don Hutchison coming back on. We hopefully will have Mark Robson coming on soon as well, doing a My Hammers 11. So we've got loads of players coming on, and that's not even considering all the fun of January. Happy transfer. We're in a transfer window. So we're all the fun of the fair of that as well. So keep an eye out on the channel. I was on Hammers Chat watching Charlie kick a cardboard cutout over. Thought Gio was the Yankee squirrel. What, Danny DeVito. Oh, bless. And GP, why are you on Hammers Chat and not on here? Unbelievable. No. So I'm just going to blame those. I'm just going to mute it for 2 seconds. I don't want to sneeze over it, in front of everyone. So there was just any more stats. 239 passes to Leeds for our 148, but then we have had a third of the possession. They've done 197%. 197 successful passes, 92 for us. 2 yellow cards for dirty Leeds, despite the fact we had more fouls. So they're just doing a comparison between Clotto and Paqueta. Similar number of passes, touches. In terms of pass accuracy, not at 88%, Paqueta 71%. But then Paqueta's been trying a lot of things. He has been trying a lot of things. And that's what we were saying the other day about frustration with Paqueta. He loses the ball, but you can tell he's trying. He's trying to do stuff and creatively. It's like Benny. Benny loses the ball quite a lot because he's trying to create rather than necessarily play it simple. We have to win this one tonight. If we want to get out of the bottom 3, we've got to win tonight. We need to sell someone good so we can buy a good player, says Electric Blue Tiger. That's obviously his transfer policy. There we go, fair enough. What we got? Anyone warming up, doing any? I'm trying to have a look at the warm-ups. That always give you a sign if anyone's going to be coming on. Lanzini, he's got a drink, so maybe he's taking some hydration on. So we'll see what happens there. The teams are just starting to come out. Dirty Leeds, looks like they're out the tunnel first. Oh, look, the Matchday manager is the same one you have at West Ham. There we go. It's interesting. You won't give a shit about that, but anyway. Afternoon from rainy LA, mate. 3-1. I've just come back. Well, I've come back to LA. Orlando. I've been 3 weeks in Orlando. Hopefully he had a cold Christmas like me. Although it wasn't cold, it was like 9 degrees. But for like Florida, it was like the big freeze. It was like ridiculous. Second half, this could be the turning point of our season. It could be Scott. I'm loving the attitude. I'm loving it. Positive mental attitude. The teams are lining up. Doesn't like any changes for the Hammers or the Dirty Leeds. Just wait for seeing them come out and we can just double check on that. Welcome back, Russ. Thank you, Skipper. Hey, I did have a very nice holiday, me and Mickey Mouse. Where's my Mickey Mouse ears? I'll put them on at the end if we've won. I'll put my Mickey Mouse ears. I got them custom made, West Ham Mickey Mouse ears. I wasn't aware the person who made them was blind by the looks of it. We'll keep that one for later. You can be excited. Everton trying to sign Ings and Villa. Well, because they put bloody Neil Mopay, who was like, we might as well buy Danny Ings now. Who else are they going to get? I think we'll win 2-1 or 3-1 as Electric Blue Triangle. That's good to know. Just like any subs. Good to hear the West Ham fans singing as well. Also, nice little tribute. I don't know if you saw when the cameras panned to David Sullivan, but obviously the passing of David Gold he had his shirt with gold one over where he would sit next to Sullivan, which is quite poignant. It was a point where he went up and looked at him, and he looked really, really sad, bless him. But it looks like they're going to be kicking off very, very, very soon. Right, okay.
We have kicked off.
I know we've kicked off. I know we have.
All right. Oh, and just like that, Russie B's gone. So, as Russ has said, there's been no substitutions for the second half. And yeah, it's really vital now that we push forward. And wait, they've made a mistake. Skamaka shoots from distance. Oh, he scored! Skamaka! Yeah! Oh my God, Skamaka has literally just latched onto a big mistake. A huge mistake from the Leeds defence. But let me tell you something right now. It is by no means done. Skamaka, Matt, you're on mute. Skamaka gets the ball. As here we go again. Tries a pass. Mistakes it. Literally 30 yards out. 30 yards out. Skamaka, pin perfect. From 30 yards out, low. Round the defender, smashes it. Keeper's got no chance. In off the post. 2-1 West Ham. 2-1 West Ham. Matt, you're still on mute, Matt. Matt, you are still on mute. You're still on mute, Matt.
Oh, mate.
That's you,
Headset went, everything went. But that is... It's poor. It's a ball out from the back into Aronson in midfield. He lays it off to Skamaka, who just turns, first time, right foot, 25, 30 yards. Uses the defender as a marker, bends it round him, in off the bottom of the post. Goal out of nothing. Out of nothing. Muted myself, the headset went flying.
But
we need to wake up. We need the composure.
Paqueta and Skamaka off the mark in today's game's huge. Away from home. Carry on, West Ham. Carry on.
Skamaka's needed a goal. He's looked a bit out of confidence. And that goal
is going to boost him. Look at him.
Confidence
You can tell, though. You can see him puffing out of his chest. Come on, West Ham.
Like, what a finish. As the commentators saying about how do we approach this, we have to keep going. We cannot defend. We've proven that in the first half.
Yeah.
We just need to keep going. We need to get as many goals on the board if we can.
There we go.
We can't change
pressing
our
them.
approach.
Camillier with the ball. West Ham pressing, bodies forward. Puts the pressure on the left back position. Oh, it's great tracking back from Jared Bowen. West Ham forced them into a throw in from Leeds.
My thing's gone. Got to redo it.
Come on, West Ham. Brilliant goal. Well won there from Sufal. Great from Jared Bowen. Oh, he's dispossessed. Sufal wins the ball back, goes out for a Leeds throw in. Deep in the Leeds half.
Literally, goal out of nothing.
If you haven't seen it, it is a goal from nothing. But he must be, just about 30 yards out? Just about?
It's between 25 to 30 yards.
Yeah. And he
just swivels on the spot, doesn't he?
But you know what the thing is? You can see. He places it. He actually, with power, with pace, but he actually places it into the bottom right-hand side because Millier is just that fraction off. So you can see the confidence there. Skamaka wins the ball back, drops deep, collects it, wins it again, tries to play a ball forward. No one's there, unfortunately. Leeds now driving forward with the ball, plays the ball out to the right-hand side. Now they've got a bit of space down the right-hand side, cutting inside the box. Tries to cut it through. Declan Rice is there to clear it. Does well. Pablo Fornals with the energy. Drives the ball forward for West Ham out the left-hand side. Plays the ball then to Tommy Suchek. Plays the ball forward to Skamaka. Unfortunately, not good enough for him to chase onto. Fornals putting the pressure on. Bowen putting the pressure on. Paqueta putting the pressure on. Oh, Paqueta's done a referee, man. He was all over him.
They're starting to do what we were doing now. They're panicking at the back. They're not happy with this high press that West Ham are putting on. Yeah, it's a foul. He doesn't get the ball. But all of a sudden, the game's gone wide open. Now, that may suit West
Leeds
Ham.
now down the right-hand side. He's skipped by Kira. No way he's touched them. He's not touched them. And the Leeds player's just tripped over himself. Declan Rice keeps a hold of it down the left-back position, tries to smash it out, takes deflection and wins a throw-in.
I'll be honest, Kira...
Can I be honest with you, mate? I don't even know what Skamaka's celebration was. I didn't even see it. I was too busy screaming at the screen.
I was too. My the arms went, the headset went. I had to go find my headphones again. Looked up. I was like, it was literally at nothing. Start the game, nothing's going on. Little pass out the back, and then
good header there from Skamaka. Fornals, Jared Bowen. Oh, he's going to skip by. Go on, hit it. Just hit it. Why not? No, he's kept hold of it.
It's too wide.
Fornals is there. Fornals has got it. Plays the ball through to Paqueta. He's on the right-hand side. He's done so well. What a flick. Bowen, Fornals. Oh, it's a terrible shot from Fornals. He gets a second chance. He smashes it wide. He smashes it wide. I tell you what, that skill from Paqueta, man.
It's that ability to can keep the ball in tight situations, which is going to help West Ham. This little flick. Look,
that flick has taken 3 Leeds players out of the game.
And then it's
Fornals has had an awful shot.
And then he gets a second chance. I think the second one was worse than the first one. Edgefield showing that skill again. Look, it's 3 players out of the.
Skamaka plays into Paqueta. Plays it. Oh, he's done well. Paqueta.
That was key.
Rice. Kera. West Ham now with a Gerd. He switches the play. Oh, it's gone straight to the Leeds player. Although West Ham have won it back with Paqueta. He's done really well. Sufal. He drives forward. He finds Paqueta out in the right-hand side. Oh, no, Paqueta. He was trying something tricky there and he's lost it. Yeah.
He's trying to flick it down the line to Bowen.
He's done well though.
He
He's
just
won the
took
ball
his eye off
back,
the ball. No,
and he's
He's
apologised.
tracked back.
He's apologised.
That's one thing I won't begrudge is that even though he does the tricks and flicks, Paqueta, and even though he does sometimes give the ball away, he always tracks back. He puts his foot in more than most, Paqueta, for being the creative player.
Ball
Leeds coming forward
from
over the
Leeds.
halfway line.
Souček
Suchek's covering
up
for
to him.
Kira.
Oh, he's got a bit of space, not all through the middle. Oh, Dawson's done well to watch it. Just clear it.
Done
Oh,
very
don't be
well.
doing that, Dawson. Safal's cleared it though. Straight to the Leeds player. Dawson could have got rid of that
Couldn't get a
earlier.
good clearance. Dawson should have cleared it the first
Yeah,
time.
he should have cleared it the first time.
But
Leeds
they're
now
trying
with
to
the
keep
ball.
the possession.
Inside. Leeds have done well to keep hold of the ball. Tries it
Aronson.
through. Souček's done well. Cleared from
Good ball
Fornals.
from Souček.
Skamaka's dropped deep.
Good ball
Clicks
from
it.
Fornals.
I can't keep hold of it, and
Couldn't
Leeds have
keep
won it
hold of
back. Oh, good. Oh, come on.
That's
He's
a
always
foul.
gonna block
Yeah.
for that because you've gone through the player.
Yeah, we didn't get. I don't think he got enough of the ball to warrant not blowing up.
Yeah, he's gone through him though. So
But Leeds have played it quick and carried on.
I tell you what, Dawson's read that really well. If he hadn't read that, the
Interception.
Leeds player was through. Fabianski, big clearance up top. Leeds have
To
won the
absolutely no
defensive
one.
header.
Absolutely no one. Like, come on, at least aim.
Leeds have
You've
got the ball
essentially
down the
got-
right hand side. West Ham have won it back with Declan Rice. He's done well. Oh, we've been dispossessed from Tommy Souček. Leeds on the ball again through the central. Drives
Leeds have
forward.
upped the gears.
Flicks it out to the right hand side. Back through central for Leeds. Big ball up over the top. Looks like there was a mix up, but it wasn't. Dawson clears it.
Good head from Dawson.
Is that Paqueta done an overhead kick?
That's
Or
4
Fornals?
hours, wasn't it?
Referee's blown up. Fornals has gone for an overhead kick to clear it.
But as Razzy's
Ailing.
saying, look where the ball went. Look where the ball went.
He didn't even touch him. Didn't even touch his head.
No, didn't touch him. He didn't touch him.
I tell you what, though,
No.
if Ailing's head was about an
yeah.
inch further forward,
To be
it
fair,
would have
what I
been
would say is it
clearly
does look like-
decapitated.
It does look
Clearly
like
decapitated.
Ailing did pull out of it, so I can't be.
Yeah,
Ailing
But-
pulled out of it.
yeah.
It would have been as bad as Rice's. Yeah,
He would have.
been.
It would have been decapitated, mate. It was a full force.
He
smash.
probably done Fornals a favour ducking out of it
Yeah.
in some
It's a free
ways
kick.
because he would definitely probably got booked if he made contact. But it's a needless free kick to give away. 22, 23 yards out, right on the corner of the penalty box. On Leeds' right-hand side, West Ham's left-hand side. Looks like... Is it Rodrigo standing over it? Is a left
Takes
footer?
a quick shot, one big back. Oh no, he's unmarked. It's gone wide. I do not know how it's gone wide.
How has he missed?
Cooper
How has
has
he
literally-
missed?
Cooper has sneaked in between
Liam
the two
Cooper.
defenders, and he's headed the ball over. Let me have a look here.
From
Who's
about
sneaked
6
in between.
yards. From about 6 yards.
He's got past again.
Oh, he's
and
offside.
Rice. Was he offside?
Offside.
He shouldn't be getting in for
But
that role though.
in between... Is that Aguerd and Rice?
I get him, Rice. Yeah,
He should not be getting a free header between the two of them.
absolutely not.
It wasn't entirely free. He had to jump for it, but still, it should be hitting the target from there. And West Ham maybe got away with one. Good flick on. Keep hold of it, Bowen. Go on.
Oh, we've done well. What is he blowing up for? Nothing happened. Nothing
I
happened.
don't know.
It's
He
literally.
ran.
Do you know what he's blown up for? Like, if
Is
Paqueta
it-
had made a challenge, if the challenge had
Yeah, that's what I mean.
connected,
Is it
but nothing
the
happened.
missed
It's the
tackle
missed
from Paqueta,
challenge.
or is it the fact he ran into Soufal? Like, Paqueta dived in, but he misses him. He doesn't get anything on him.
He's,
it
I
for
think
that?
he's blown up for
Because then-
Safal, but
Because then he runs straight into Soufal.
we've won it back. Oh, it's unlucky from Jared Bowen. Ball through.
Please nick it back.
Shoot from distance, goes wide. That'll do. Neat bit of play there between Paqueta and Bowen, but Bowen, if he just nipped
Owen
the ball a
skips
little
away.
bit past
He
him,
just
he's
couldn't
gone.
get past him, could he?
Just
If he gets
couldn't pass
away,
him.
it's
Yeah.
So Fabianski's now risking a booking. I swear to God, if he gets booked already, with the amount of times we see it at the London Stadium, and they get booked to like the 88th minute.
Big long ball again from Fabianski to the Leeds player. Paqueta wins it though. Oh, nice ball him from Paqueta to Rice. Feeds Bowen out on the right hand side. He tries to nip it by the defender, but he's done well. It's gone out for a throw in. It's a foul. Scamacca drops in deep, wins the ball, holds on to it. Does enough. Oh, he does really well. He's pulled down. Referee blows up. Free kick. Well done, Scamacca.
He's done exceedingly well there.
From absolutely nothing, mate. He's absolutely dominated 3 Leeds players. Forced the foul, forced the error, and 1 free kick.
That was...
Go quickly.
What do they always say?
Go quickly.
Good feet for a big man. No, he can't take it. If he's standing 2 yards in front of him. If we wanted to take the quick free kick, he's standing right there.
Tell you what, if I was Sifal, I would dink that ball right into Paqueta.
They've gone back now. They should go back. Yeah, it's going to go back to 10 yards. They were standing about a yard away.
Just around them. Just around them. Look at the space Paqueta's got. If you're clever enough, man, put that ball. Look at Paqueta. He's taking a quick touch. Bowen, back post. Oh, it just skips over Souček.
You know what? I don't mind that. It was something different. And as always, though, it's only just not paid off. But now
Declan Rice, man. Declan Rice has done bloody brilliant there to win that.
And then Aguerd passed it to no one.
Leeds got hold of the ball.
Got that counter-attack straight away, Dick. Leeds coming out, bringing it out from the back.
Go on, Sifal. Skips by Sifal, but it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. There's no way that's a foul. Fuck off.
You know what?
My word!
Oh.
I think that could be a sending off.
He might go for that.
I tell you what,
he might go for that. That's a retaliation.
Sifal's down injured.
It should be a booking. It should be a booking.
I don't know how high it is, mate, but it just shows you. I mean,
it's a retaliation.
I could be reacting to the reaction.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, the ref. That's even off the field.
I'll tell you what.
That's off the field, mate.
He may even get called over for that because he looks like he's got.
That's off the field. He's completely off the field. It's not even on the field to play. It's off the field, mate.
He's got done for that.
There's no way.
Shoulder barged him.
I don't understand.
And he's got straight back up.
Yeah, that's got to get. Someone explain to me. He has tackled him off of the field. Off of the field. Not even in the field of play. Far is looking at it. He'll get called over, mate. I'm telling you now, he'll get called over. It's not even about the high foot. He's tackled him. No ball off the field.
No, the ball was going to him. He's preempted the ball going to him.
He's off the field. He's off the fucking field. Oh, he's gone for him, mate. I mean, it's right in front of the 4th referee as well. Somerville's just lost his head for that split second, mate. What's the fucking guy? Shut up, Jesse. He's not. They're not calling it over. I'm quite surprised.
He pulled out at the last second.
Creswell's coming on.
Yeah, he's fucked. He's done. He's literally taken him out of the game. Well, then, why has it not been referred?
Big ball forward for West Ham. Shoots. Oh, we've tried an early free kick. Pablo Fornals has tried to shoot.
Fornals.
I don't know what he's going to do because Sifal looks like he's coming back on. So I don't know if he's going to maybe take Kira.
Well, I think the idea was he thought.
Oh, they've given the ball away. Scamacca wins it back. Oh, referee's blown up now.
Yeah, he caught him.
Harrison's coming on for Leeds as well. Bowen staying with Somerville. Somerville skips by one player.
I would.
Oh, Dawson has done absolutely phenomenal there. I'm telling you that now. So is Jared Bowen. Oh my God, what are they doing? They're just chopping at West Ham. Look at them. How can they go raging? Look at the
They've got to be
state of
booking
you.
as well.
You're just constantly
They've
on
got
the
to be
back
booking
foot.
as well.
But it's like they're nipping away at the back of
They've
feet.
lost
I
their
can't-
heads.
Look at them.
They've
Look at
lost
them.
their heads.
Look, Bowen's kept it in, so Gnotto's raging.
I don't think he did. I think it goes out. I think that's the problem. They've lost their heads, Leeds, at the moment. And I can't. I'd imagine Somerville's going to come off now. It wouldn't surprise me.
Was that a double sub from Leeds?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, he's taking Somerville off. Looks like Somerville and Aronson are coming off.
Creswell sat back
And
down.
Klitsch and Harrison have come on.
Big ball up from Fabianski. West Ham won the ball with a Gerd. Big ball up top. He's lost it though. But Dawson, big ball forward. Oh God, he's broke it. Go on, Jared. Out in the right hand side. Oh my
Done
God,
well.
there's two men. He's done really well to skip by them. What a ball in the box. That is unlucky. Paqueta, oh, he's just not got enough power there.
Dragged it.
Just dragged it, yeah. I tell you what, Jared Bowen has been very good tonight.
Yeah,
Jared Bowen's been bloody brilliant tonight. West Ham have got the ball back. Skip by from Kira.
Good play.
Done really well
That
from
was
Kira,
awful
but that's a
play.
shit ball from who? Fornals?
4 hours, I think.
He's going to win it back though. He's sticking
I think
up
he
the ball. He's
gambled.
done well
You know what?
though.
Fair play,
Done well.
Pablo.
He's won it back.
You made a poor pass, but you charged it down and knocked it out for a goal kick. Closed down.
That's the
defender
energy though. That's the energy that he
Yeah.
brings you.
that he brings. Yeah,
And because of that energy he brings, it kind of forces the team to commit to
It's
that
actually
energy as
pushed the
well.
team
But look
further.
at us, look at us. And we've won the ball back straight away. Paqueta with a flick. Tries to find
And he's
Jared,
just
but
been
that's unlucky.
clattered as
He's
well.
been clattered as well.
I think we
Is it blown up
broke
for
up the
that?
play a lot. We broke up the play a lot in the first half with
Yeah,
niggly
it's a free
tackles,
kick.
right? And eventually, Leeds have basically gone, you know what, enough's enough, and we're going to start giving it back. But it's suiting us. The niggly tackles, the stop starting at the moment, is suiting us more than them. You see Sufal and Bowen both doing the tee up for the grass. What way's the wind blowing? They got
Sufal and
a
Bowen.
plan between them again.
Yep. Safal, big ball in box. Oh my God! Oh, where is it?
How have you not
It's
scored
like
a Guerd?
pinball. I do not know who was it on a Gerd's head. For now, it's a skip
Yeah.
by one player. Oh, it's
Oh, they're
fucking
giving offside.
offside.
I think that's probably the second shot. I'm sure the first one was literally like on a Guerd's head, and he like headed it straight into the ground. What have you stopped for? What? What were VAR checking?
Ball forward for Leeds. They're on the halfway line. Big ball forward from Leeds. Tries to break the defence, but Fabianski
Well played.
collects it.
Sufal just ushers it.
I must admit, you can see the frustration in the Leeds team now.
Yeah. But there is still
No, of course there is. I'm not meaning
a
it
long
like
way
that.
to go.
But if this was me commenting on West Ham, I'd be turning around and going like that. You can see the frustration in West Ham, but you can see
Yeah.
the frustration in Leeds.
You can.
Because there's a bit of panic set in there. That doesn't mean by no means they can't snatch anything from this. Look, there's a bit of a mix up there. They've done well to get out of the situation. Leeds are now driving forward over the halfway line. Out wide left. No one's marked him. No one's met with him.
covered Sufal. Like, what is that?
He's kept it. He's done well on the edge of the box. Good better bit of football there from Leeds out on the left-hand side. He's tricky. Plays a 1-2. He's done well. Good cross in. Back post.
All the way
Ailing.
through to the far post.
Puts onto his right foot. Big ball in.
And then Aileen
And it
stuck out for a
goes
goal
out
kick.
for a goal kick. We'll take that.
Thank you, Aileen.
Take that.
You know what? People say about Soufal's defending, but there's nothing Soufal can do about that. If they flood a 2-on-1, he has to go with the marker. The guy behind him has to follow him.
Here comes Antonio for Scamacca.
Substitution for West Ham. Or double change. Scamacca.
What a goal. What a goal.
What
There he
a goal.
is. Hands out. Oh, he's pushing the players away for celebration. Antonio was on for Scamacca.
It was,
And,
it was double.
It must have been crazy. Soufal.
Yeah, Soufal for crazy. Look at that.
Oh my God! Look at his shin.
Look at that. That off the pitch didn't get a red.
So you'll get Kira moving out to right back position and Creswell moving into left back position. Look at that shin. Oh my! Look how high it is. I tell you what, that is a disgrace. That is a disgrace.
That is just
from
below
the
the
referees.
knee roll, and the mark on it shows you that he didn't pull out. That's full studs, knee high on a guy that wasn't on the pitch, and he only got blocked.
Oh my word! That is literally just below the knee.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. Right, Kira now moved into right back, Creswell into left back, Antonio up top.
I don't know if that makes it worse,
Why?
because at least Kira had a bit of pace on him. Somehow Antonio has managed to control that ball.
He's done well,
Oh,
and he's
done
skipped.
well
He's
there,
got the
Antonio.
dummy. Go on, Antonio. He's
He's
driving
overrun it.
forward. He's overrun it, yeah, and he's done well from the Leeds defender.
Again,
He's done all right though. He's done all right.
prime as Kale Antonio.
Oh,
Does
and the
the
Leeds are on the attack.
does the
We've got
hard
bodies
bit,
there
and then
though.
messes up the easy bit.
We've
Someone just
slept.
fell over.
Leeds. Oh, he's got space. Harrison shoots.
Dragged it.
Let it go.
He's
Let it go.
offside.
Let it go.
He's
He's
offside.
offside anyway. That was Rodrigo.
Yeah, prime Antonio. He's turned the player, started sprinting, brilliant turn, done the hard bit, and then just overran a straight run into the play in front. Oh, he's quite, it's easy offside.
Tell you what, Soufal for coming off, man. Soufal done all right. He did all right today.
He did have a good game. And if you see the pictures later, if you haven't seen it already, of his leg, how he didn't get sent off. How they're not playing with 10 men.
Flick on from West Ham. Leeds have got the ball back though. Chips the ball forward. Clear from West Ham out for a Leeds throw in. 20 minutes to go. Leeds 1, West Ham 2. Penalty from Paqueta just before half time. Scamacca latches on from a ball through. He skipped by, shoots from distance, and he scored. See, that's the problem. It's like,
Literally out of nothing. Literally out of nothing. Just a throw in again. Like a throw in. I'm just sick and tired of it. Like I'm sick and tired of it.
All the
good
issue,
work we do.
The issue there is, let me have a look here. I mean, Fabianski's positioning should be doing better from there. Defensively, all over the shop. But Fabianski's got to be doing better than that, mate. He does put it in the corner, but let me just have a look here.
No, he doesn't. Yet
He doesn't
again,
put it in
he's
the
not.
corner.
That's
Yeah,
not in the
he doesn't.
corner.
No, he doesn't.
It's like 2 yards inside the post. He's just. I'm so sick and tired of saying it. He's not good enough anymore. He's not good enough. And his performances aren't even justifying it anymore. You can't do that as a defender. What's the point in being a defender and put yourself on the body on the line? Well, you know, if the guy has a shot and it's 2 yards inside the post, Fabianski ain't going to make it. It's not even got to be a good shot, has it? Like, at least with our one, you know, Scamacca's put it in off the bottom of the post, like off the post. That is about 2 yards inside the post, and Fabianski still don't get there. And like you said, out of nothing of 20 minutes of they've been frustrated and not knowing what to do, one good attack, and
West
they've
Ham down the
scored.
attack down the left-hand side. Oh, he tries to cut it back, but the players intercepted it from the path of Souček.
Like,
And as the commentator said, Declan Rice has skipped by one player, put it out to the left-hand side. Creswell tries to cross it in, but they've done well, Leeds.
can't even beat his first.
Now they're
man.
driving forward from their deep in their own half. Oh, he smashed the ball forward. His big chase. Moyes has gone mental.
No point moaning at them, boys. You're the one that picks the team. You're the one that picks the 38-year-old goalkeeper that cannot get down quick enough anymore over the 28-year-old who's the number 2 for France. Like, if Areola was in goal, they would not have got at least one of them goals today. 100% without a doubt.
Pressure. Leeds playing from the back line. Oh, Paqueta's putting the pressure on. Come on, Jared Bowen. Chase him down. Oh, we've won it back. Paqueta. He's done well to hold on to it. Oh, the next ball through. Oh, why are you not taking that shot earlier? Paqueta crosses the ball into the box. Oh, it skipped past Souček's head. Right, shoots from distance. Oh, my God.
Oh, technique needed to stick that in the top corner. I mean, that's pretty telling. There's been 5 shots on target and been 4 goals.
Leeds putting the ball through their back line again. West Ham nearly won it back with Jared Bowen. Oh, he nearly done it again. Leeds are still travelling forward. Plays a nice ball through. Paqueta intercepts. He does well. Someone shout on him. Someone shout for him.
He's still.
I don't know how he's got through. He's been fouled. But my concern there is, I wonder if anyone else shouted.
Shout. Yeah.
He's done well to stand up to it. I do not know how he stood up to that, mate. It's true, though, every time he gets the ball, his first thought is to go forward. That's what's good about Paqueta. And again, I've always said it, though, like when you've got a player that thinks like him, he will give the ball away, but that's because he's trying things.
Trying to get us forward.
The difference is you don't want to give the ball away in dangerous areas like what he did last week against Brentford. That was a kind of one-offish, but apart from that, oh, come on, West Ham. How's he got that ball out from the corner there?
It took a deflection off us, didn't it? And just didn't go back to us, went back to their player.
Leeds on the attack now down the halfway line.
Generally speaking, the sort of luck we've had this year. Antonio, I expect you to be sprinting around the pitch. Literally doing on the pitch for half an hour.
Unlucky. Kira's done really well there. Kira. He's gone out for a Leeds throw in. Stay with your man. Stay with your man, Kira.
Yeah.
Oh, he's left. He's just left him, but he's found him back. He was offside. He's done well. He's done well.
He's done well there, Kira.
15 minutes to go. Benny? Or do you risk it by doing that? Just keep doing what you're doing.
Fornals offers better protection in front of Creswell.
That's what I mean.
Unless you go something like Emerson for Fornals. Just go for pace.
Big ball up top from West Ham. It's unlucky. Referee's giving us a free kick.
It was an unexpected free kick. Oh,
I tell you what, though. No.
Hand.
But I want to say something like Tommy Souček has played well tonight.
Oh, he has.
He's been really effective in this more forward role.
Yeah, but that's what he done when he come.
I never want to see him the role before again.
It's like Moyes has finally accepted that he has to go back to what worked, which is Rice sits and Souček gets further forward. Lo and behold, letting Souček get further forward and box to box rather than sit, you're seeing a better Souček.
What is going on here?
West Ham players now on the floor.
Dawson. Free kick to West Ham. Creswell's over it. Oh my God, Tommy Soucek. It's taken a deflection off the Leeds defender, found its way to Tommy Soucek. I don't think he expected it. And it's just hit off his
Ended up
foot and
being
gone
like
straight to the
half
keeper.
a cross, half a volley, didn't it? Went in
Yeah.
between the two.
Heavy ball from the Leeds player forward. Craig Dawson collects it, plays it back to Fabianski. Going to go for a big clearance.
Antonio's just like ran himself into the ground, literally.
Okay,
And then Aguirre's just taken off Paqueta's foot. Like, there was no pressure on either of you.
Oh
there,
my
and now
God,
Leeds
he's
through
broke it.
one-on-one.
How is he through? He shoots.
He actually
Rodrigo.
saved.
Is that a save?
I think so, yeah. I think tipped it over.
You'd want to be doing
Paqueta
better
should have
than
had this ball, and Aguirre's taken it off him, but Aguirre's kicked it straight to the Leeds player,
But
leaving
look at
himself
our
out of
space.
position,
He's broke.
and he just blasted it.
He's just absolutely ripped Dawson a new one there from that run.
Yeah. It was a good save, but it was straight at him, but he's tipped it over the crossbar.
Rodrigo's done so well to read the line, read the defence.
As they said, he should have scored.
Greenwood's on for Roca for Leeds.
He's a simple centre forward, so that's like what, two up front? Two up front for Leeds. They're going for it. So midfielder for attacker. Corner for Leeds. Corner whipped in.
Oh, we've done well.
Someone
to
at
get rid
West
of
Ham head wins it. Bowen flicks
Bowen.
it on. Leeds recycle it
Space,
very
yeah.
well. Harrison's cutting on his left foot, shoots.
Oh, big
Blocked
header
by
from
Soucek.
Tommy Soucek.
I tell
Oh my
why have you
God.
let that bounce? Why are you letting that bounce, Antonio?
Why is
Why are you
Antonio
turning
cut inside
towards
to the
the
right?
goal?
Why is he turned into the right hand side?
Fuck, thank you, Rice. Jesus.
Why the hell would you do that,
What are you
Antonio?
doing, Bowen?
Turn away from the goal. Big ball in the box from Leeds. Oh my God, this game, man, could go either way. 10 minutes to go. Skip by one player. Oh, shout Fabianski.
What is Antonio doing? Why are you turning back in towards your own goal?
He's caused us problems all night, and he
has.
Gnonto.
And again, who was tracking him back? It was a Paqueta.
For
And
an
the cross cut out by Aguirre.
Corner to Leeds.
Whip the ball in again. Headed
Clear
out
from
by Soucek.
Jared Bowen
Flapped on
wins
by
it
Bowen.
again. Oh, go on. Go on,
Bit of luck
Pablo.
there.
Go on, Pablo. Someone run. Someone run with him. There's Antonio. That's a nice ball. Go on, Antonio. Go on, skip by him. He goes to the corner flag. He tries to skip by him
No,
again. He
he's
hits
gone
it
too
too
far.
heavy. Oh, we've won a corner. Oh, no way.
He actually should have won the corner. But Antonio, if Antonio hadn't committed, he won the corner. The defender was actually kicking it out, and Antonio tried to then keep it on and kicked it. Yeah.
West
Ooh,
Ham
number
changes
up.
now. Two of them. Paqueta's
Paqueta's
off.
off.
Downs is on.
Downs.
Ben Rama's on.
And was that Soucek?
Paqueta for now.
Cameron Fornals off.
He's fucking gone
And
for
then-
me. In terms of
And
like,
then Downs.
yeah,
So Downs are giving him a bit more solidity in the middle with Rice, leaving Soucek stays further forward.
and Ben Rama.
And then Benny's obviously going on the right wing.
Come on, West Ham. Again, wins the header.
Oh, you've both left it.
No one's won the second one. Flynn Downs wins it. Leeds win the toss
Fucking hell,
up.
Kira.
Looks
Jesus
like he handled
Christ.
it, but he didn't. Jared Bowen skips by one. Referee.
That's a Leeds throw. That's a Leeds throw-in. It's
It
Leeds.
is.
Should be.
He's not. He's lost it. Jesse Marsh is holding on to the ball and an utter
I
rage.
don't blame him. You know what? I don't blame him. Because quite clearly, the Leeds player kicked it into Bowen's foot and it went out of play for a throw-in. So I don't... And also, I mean, Kira's now 20 yards down the pitch. Yeah. He was on the halfway line as well. I do feel sympathy for him.
I don't after that tackle from Somerville, mate.
You can't blame a manager for a player's tackles. Don't be wrong. It's about time we had a bit of rub of the green because we haven't had any this season. But
Well, we've not really had the rubber green, no, have we?
that's what I mean. We haven't had much of it this season, so we need any of it we can get. But
Oh my God, Dawson let it run out, and it's gone out for a Leeds throw-in.
well, yeah, the Leeds player was like trying to tackle Dawson to the Leeds.
Was the referee?
sub run on the
Referee's
pitch to
gone
get
over
it.
talking to Marsh. It looks like is it Marsh getting a yellow
booked him.
card?
Yeah.
What does that mean for a manager to get a yellow card, though? You don't get sent to the
Not
stands
much.
for that, so it doesn't really mean anything, does it? It's your warning.
Do they still carry over the same? Do
Maybe.
they
Good
still
idea.
like carry over for the season? Like, is it 3 yellow cards like a
That's a
1
good
game
question.
ban or something?
Good question.
Right, it's West Ham throwing deep in their own half. Kira's already about 15 yards up the pitch before he's taking it, and he's still walking forward. The ref's still letting him do it. Now he throws it long. Antonio doesn't even jump for the header. Aguirre's just smashed it
goes
straight
for a
up in the
big
air.
smash clearance. Leeds tried to control it, but they can't. Flynn Downs has won it. He's done well. Flynn
That's
Downs is
foul.
getting stuck in.
Yeah. I think if he
To be
wants to
honest,
get out
it's
of Leeds
50-50.
alive, he may need to give a couple of decisions Leeds way. The referee. Well, it's Flynn Downs' saying. It's literally, it was on the touchline, wasn't it? It was on the touchline. It weren't 10 yards inside the pitch.
Boys is going ballistic.
Well, Bowen's trying to cover the fullback because he's wide open. And Moyes is telling him to come in and cover the man inside.
Oh, well done. One back. Who was that? Flynn Downs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done really well. Kira, referee's blown up. Free kick,
Giving
West Ham.
a free kick.
Flynn Downs has done really well. Declan Rice has gone early. Switched the play over. Creswell on the left-hand side, driving over to the centre. I can't even say it. Halfway line. Oh, he's done well. Benny skips by one. He's down the left-hand side. Brings Creswell back into the game. Crosses the ball in early. Oh, God. Shoots from distance. Rice. Oh, he's just gone into row Z on the far right-hand side for a corner.
One in about 50 for Rice goes in from that sort of angle. And that's probably being generous. His long-range shooting isn't... Leeds. Aguirre comes up to get it. Doesn't get there. Leeds trying to build on the halfway line. Just over the halfway line. Creswell gets turned. So dummy left plays a good advantage. Leeds continue forward. Creswell's then gone in and tried to foul him again. Got just bounced off him. Leeds 30 yards out, going from right to left. Squaring up against Kira again. Knocks it inside. Tries to knock it wide of Dawson. Dawson blocks it. Puts it out for a corner. Leeds corner. Leeds corner, right footer, in swinger from the left-hand side. To the back post. Free header.
Oh my God,
off the line from Antonio.
It's clear from Antonio off the back, on the line.
Off the line.
Literally off the line from Antonio. It is.
And then the rebound's put over the bar.
Yeah. If Antonio's not standing at back post, that goes into the back of the net. As simple as that.
Antonio doesn't drop onto the post, it goes in.
I'm so glad he's... I do not know how he's not put that into the back of the net with the rebound.
No.
Do you know why? Because he's a centre-half.
Yeah.
Centre
forward might score the rebound. To be fair, centre forward probably scores the first
We got away with that one.
Massively.
Oh my God, ref. Are you joking me? He's
Well,
literally taken a step ladder and climbed all over Antonio. Downs has done really well.
Is that...
So is Benny. Benny's travelling forward with the ball. He's got 3 men on him.
No,
he's lost it.
He's
Tries to win it back.
West Ham
has
been outplayed. Passed it around.
Jared
West Ham's
Bowen
problem is the game plan from goal kicks and set pieces has been Souček and Skamakov for however long. And now they're both off the pitch.
Down the attack, down the right-hand side, crossed in.
Good tackle from Creswell.
If you are watching, we will be going live straight after it on the review show. So if you just stay on, you'll get transferred across onto the review show.
So, yeah, but I was saying, now playing these long balls out, you've got Antonio, and Antonio's not as tall, and he's not winning them. So the pressure's now not being relieved. The pressure's coming straight back. 3.5 minutes plus injury time left on the clock. In swinger from Jack Harrison from the right-hand side from a corner. Swung in. Poor.
I'll tell you what, we're lucky that he can't shoot
either.
either.
The near post. It was a weird ricochet and it come back to Struick on the penalty spot, and he smashed it, sliced it high and wide. Well, that's well played.
Benny down the left-hand side.
Oh, it's poor pass,
Benny, got to
Benny.
do better than that, son. He's won it back, though. He's
That's
won
how
it
he's won it
back. It was
Downs looking
Benny,
for
mate.
Creswell.
Flynn Downs. Creswell. Rice. Puts it onto his right
For
foot.
options.
Plays in
There's
Kira.
no options. Kira's lost it.
Oh, there's no
And now they're going to
options
counter attack.
Toronto's won it back.
And he's not made
He's
this. And now they're away.
nutmegged him. Kira's down on the ground. Leeds. Oh, Gagette's done
played,
well
Weird.
to visualise that. And so is Downs. Creswell. Rice down on the left-hand side. Cuts inside to his right foot. Drives forward for West Ham. Switches play completely.
And he just massively shakes it right and gives it out on a halfway line for a Leeds throw-in.
Leeds down the left-hand
Again,
side.
Bowie's not followed the run again. Bowie's not followed the run. There you go. Now the guy's free to put a cross in. Good header out from Dawson. Off-ish header out from Kira. That run. Yeah, that'd do.
Yeah, there's pulled up a bit of cramp.
Yeah, no surprise. Leeds chucking on another centre forward. Geldhart's coming on for the final minute plus injury time. That was unlucky, Antonio. That was unlucky. Is it closing down? Good head. Oh, I can't get any second balls, though.
Oh, we've won it right though.
I wouldn't be Dawson, I would not even be passing it to Kira right now. I really wouldn't. Dawson looking
Ball
high for
forward
Bowen.
for West Ham.
And it's just nothing ball. Leeds recycle it straight away, go forward on the counter. Yeah, that's well played. Wake up, West Ham. No one's given the option. That's so poor. It was our throw-in, and you just threw it straight to their player. That's a Leeds throw-in. That wasn't a foul. That's a throw-in. Antonio won the ball. 5 added minutes.
5 added minutes. Sub on.
And what sub are Leeds making?
This young lad. What's his name?
Notto, we pronounce it. One that's been tearing us apart. He's come off and Geldhart's come on. So an attacking winger for a centre forward. Oh, Benny, you've got to bring that under control.
Oh, Benny.
How's he been penalised?
I don't know why he's been penalised.
He was the one that had the ball. He was the one in possession of the ball trying to dribble away, and the Leeds player was pulling him back. Leeds free kick, 35, 40 yards out. Right hand side, 10 yards in. It's about 40 yards out. It's going to be one probably played into the box. Maybe another one of these clever ones they're doing, or is this going to be just chucked straight in? Whipped in. I think Antonio won that.
Fabianski punches
punched
it.
it nowhere. Oh, and then Bowen couldn't nick it. Bowen pinched the winger's pocket. They couldn't keep it on. The ref blown up. For what? What are you stopping play for?
What are they looking at? A what? A penalty? Why are they looking at a penalty?
No, play on. Exactly. Like, all you've just done there is just waste a minute. Like, I don't understand. Let that go. Let it go. Let it go. That's just wasted like 30 seconds or whatever, a minute.
We are watching. We are going to be going live straight after the game on the review show.
Again, we haven't won the first header. You've taken the 2 tall players off and you're still playing long balls, which is pointless because the ball's just coming straight back. Good tackle from Maguire. And he's got the ball. He's got the throw in. 2 minutes to go. West Ham throwing deep in the left back position for Creswell. Maguire's still stretching. Bit of cramp. Creswell's going to throw this long to absolutely no one. Because, I mean, Souček's on the pitch, but he's not winning anything in the last, 10 minutes. Oh, he finally wins one. That's better. That do. Gued. Where'd you go? Halfway line. Weren't there, was it, ref? And Antonio's done, no pressing since he come on. Skamaka was doing... For the pace difference, Skamaka was joining a lot more with the pressing, and he ran for 65 whatever minutes.
Clear West Ham. Oh, he's got a bit of space.
Go on, Benny.
What's he going to do, Benny? Go on, Benny. Cuts inside to the right foot. He shoots. Oh, my God, Antonio. How's he missed? To be fair, he is down on the ground. He's the only way he can get to the ball is sliding. I don't think he could have reached it. But Benny has just hit a ball into the back post. Oh, it's actually it's about a yard, isn't it? He has tried to shoot though. Oh my God.
He was shooting there, Benny. He wasn't passing to Antonio. He shot.
Oh no, Leeds. He's won a free kick.
Flynn Downs just taking one for the team there.
Yeah, with 30 yards out, free kick to Leeds.
Because somehow Leeds have just gone straight up the other end and they're right at our back 4. And Flynn Downs has just gone, you know what? No, you're not running at the back 4. I'll take the booking. If it was Flynn Downs or it was Aguerd, I don't know, one of the two. 10 seconds left on the clock. It's 2-2.
If you are watching, we will be going live straight after this game and the final whistle. It will go on. You will get transferred over there, so just stay on and whatever you may have to click on.
35 yards, slightly more central.
We're now past the injury time.
Be the last kick of the game. Clipped in, headed on.
Has Fabianski saved that? I think Fabianski has produced quite possibly
Fabianski
a world class.
Might have just saved the points for West Ham.
Saving a point for West Ham. He has.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable save. It really is. It's a corner to Leeds. West Ham, get rid of it. Benny's done well to get rid of it. And referee blows up.
You know what? It's a point. Stop the rot.
Stop the rot. It did. It did. It absolutely bloody did. Well, listen, if you're just watching and just joining us, West Ham have drew 2 each away from home against Leeds. Depends on how you want to look at it. There's so many different ways of how you want to look at it, to be honest, isn't there, Matt? But I suppose we're going to discuss that on the review show, which has gone live right now. So if you are watching, when I click in broadcast, you'll either get transferred across there or you will see the logo for the show, and that will take you across onto our show. So we'll see you across there right now because it is live. See you in a minute.